stride. Flat earth beneath my feet, knowing I'm here to meet. Ocean's edge, it calls my name. Purpose in this life's game. Horizons line so clear, God's love brings me near. Flat earth made by him, my journey long yet thin. Purpose found in every day, guided by his gentle sway. Mountains tall, they stand in place, yet no curve.
Yo, Flos, what's up? Good to see you all. Thank you for coming. I'm glad you could make it. Sorry, it's been a rush today. We are joined by Janusz, Michael, Charles, Sov, PJ, and Roger. Good to see you all.
Hello.
Hope you're doing well.
I thought we were left backstage for a minute.
Wow. No, I literally just sat here like a minute and a half ago, guys.
Group of people who
Yeah, I seen you getting back to your chair, Flats. You just started straight away and you just didn't realise I was backstage.
group of people who do not conform to government and Luciferian agenda. That's who I like.
But it's good to see you guys. So exciting stuff. I was thinking, let's talk about how they could have faked Antarctica there. I'm going to bring a few videos up.
I think they did it with clay stop motion. That's how I think they did it. Absolutely. I'm joking.
Thank you, Godzilla.
You
Wow.
did a good job.
They did a good job with this. Yeah.
Thank you very much for the 10 gifts. You rock, man. Appreciate all the support. You are awesome. We're obviously going to go a bit through maybe some of the video from Mark Sargent with Dave Weiss double speaking the whole time. So what are you guys' thoughts of that? David Weiss can't decide if he's saying it's fake or real.
Well, I don't know. I don't trust Dave anyway, but it's weird to say oh, it's fake. No, actually, it's not, guys. They're actually telling the truth. I think it's fake again. No, it's either being fickle or part of the script.
I would imagine, like I said yesterday, it sways whichever way wind blows. So he's probably been losing members on his app, and it just goes with flow. Most people are saying it's fake. He's going to go with that bandwagon.
Yeah, the thing is, some people are going to subscribe to him because they see, okay, he's saying it's fake, and some people are going to subscribe to him because they say, okay, he sees it's not fake. But now, how do you please both people?
Right. I watched that the other day, and I took some notes. On the 22nd minute, he says that we should ignore Witsit, get off of Witsit, and Jaren, and just you're sorry. We're everything. It's just really weird. It was really scripted, and let's focus on the fake sun. And I think he's trying to save himself and the app. He's trying to save Witsit for sure, and like he said, he's saving Weiss as well as himself.
Well, yeah, he basically said, well, yeah, the sun was faked, but they fooled Jaren in Austin. That's what he's basically saying. So they were fooled, and it's like, wait a minute, and the things that he's suggesting are kind of flimsy compared to what we've already uncovered can be done with the real Engine 5, the Unreal Engine 5, the Volume Studios.
Well, what I'm going to show tonight, though, is you able to fake it with your cell phone in real time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's a whole bunch of ways you're able to do it. Tonight, we're just practically going to be talking about the green screen way, though. I do more or less think they did do it in Unreal Engine. I actually, that's my main thing. I think they didn't run Unreal Engine. I think it's more plausible they did with a green screen and in a studio with Unreal Engine than they did with the volume. because the volume would have had to take a bit more, I think, contacts and money. So I think it's more plausible that they would rather have gone the green screen route in a warehouse somewhere.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and Saab were saying last night that there's a lot of money in
Yeah.
there somewhere. Somebody's got cash, man, and that's what's really happening. They're paying for whatever they can get their hands on. Anything.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you paid for it. You paid for it.
Yeah.
You paid for it. Your tax money went right into that, baby. I can guarantee it.
Yep.
I do think this has got some government signature on it for sure,
100%.
because this isn't just normal. The guy pops out of nowhere. If you look at also all the symbolism that he's coming up with, the masonry things. I mean, becoming a millionaire at 33, everything. It's I don't know. It's just too perfect. You know what I mean? It's
Right.
weird. The guy out of nowhere is all of a sudden this big hero, the globe messiah.
Big guy now. And here's the problem, though, Duffy. I've asked various people around town, at the bank, the store, all over the place. So, what do you think about that Will Duffy and that final experiment? And they said, "What? What are you talking about?" So nobody knows, nobody cares, and guess what? They're still using the azimuthal equidistant map. Yeah. So, what did you really do? Nothing.
Yeah, that's why I find it very funny when he's making declarations like, "I killed the flat Earth."
Yeah.
Every time. Yeah.
Obviously
Every
not.
time he gets on there. I
don't
saw
know
y'all
how he killed
review. Yeah, that review of Bro Sanchez, and that was just fire. That was really good.
I have to
He
give it up,
exposed
Bro
him.
Sanchez. Yeah, I have to say, Bro Sanchez, brilliant. It was good to see him talk like a Christian for once. That
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
really odd.
It was weird. It was weird hearing him talking like, like a Christian talks. Yeah, I didn't agree with totally everything he said, but he sounded a hell of a lot better and a lot more Christian than he usually does. That's for sure.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, yeah.
There's somebody's hijacked one of my friends' accounts, and then they're in the chat trolling right now. I'm gonna ban the person. It's not them.
Hold on, who is it? Who is it?
Jessica. It's not her. I just talked to her. Somebody else has got her account, and they're in chat.
What, Jesse Torres?
Yeah, that's not her. That's another name she goes by, but she said she's not in there. So I'm gonna.
Nice.
Yeah, but what if it's someone
Are you
else?
sure? Because I checked the channel earlier. It looks like a man on.
That's not what I got.
Yeah.
I'll look at it.
I
again.
mean, hold on a minute. This channel's been live since 2009. Roger, it's not a troll channel. It's 2009.
So they got the same icon and stuff and the same name. That's weird.
Well, it's 2009, bro. It's 2009. It's a 2009 channel. I wouldn't ban it just because. I mean, it's up to Flats, but it's a 2009 channel, dude. So it's not someone hasn't just made it.
Yeah, I got you. They're definitely trolling though, whoever they are. Yeah.
Right. Okay. We'll just see what they say.
They say
I'm not. So just wait and see what they say, Roger.
Okay.
I mean, there can be two of the same kind of. I mean, there can be coincidences, but it's up to you.
Weird.
Flats, it's nothing to do with me. It's not my channel. I'm just saying it is from 2009.
Well, they're going on about what size studio do you need to fly a passenger jet into? I'm just asking.
Like I said, some of it is flown. I do think they did go there, like I said, but not doing everything actually with the sun live, as they said. Because, yes, I do think they went to Antarctica. I don't have a problem with that. But I do think they didn't film the sun not sinking. I think the sun was already edited in, and that's why they were sitting there with all their laptops, and they were able to fake it. It's as simple as that. They were very hard working sitting inside that container on their computers, in other words.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
And what gave it away for me a bit is when Jaron came with his live and he walked in there and he's showing all this. And then when he walks up to Jonathan's laptop specifically,
I saw that.
and Duffy's there, it's like they didn't want him to see what was on their laptop.
That's right.
It was hard to see because it was 720p quality. We couldn't really see what was on the screen, but they were definitely doing something that looked like editing.
My dad used to work as a director for wrestling, and he had this control room, and and it reminded me of it was a little control room of an editing, like, okay, stand by this camera, like it reminded me of that. And then the second time they go in there, I believe they skipped over that part when Duffy just went in there by himself, showing the scale with the coma creek.
Yeah, then they didn't show any laptops, nothing.
That was weird. There's so much weirdness going on with this thing. It's unbelievable.
But I mean, just Jaren alone, it was very weird. With his upside down compass to the things he says to, I don't know, there was really odd things going on there. I did email Jonathan because he did actually a few days ago comment to say he wants to talk to me. So let's hope that happens because I'd love to. He's got an awesome portfolio, by the way, guys. I've checked his work out. And the guy's definitely capable to fake the sun. There's no doubt about that. I have no issues with that. Do I know Jonathan at all? No, so I can't make any judgment in saying he will fake anything. But I do think yes.
Do you think
they probably used? I think they got him there and Mark Herman for a reason. They needed experts in the field.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He was conveniently a flat earther, by the way. I'm not buying that he was a. Yeah, he wasn't. I believe he wasn't a flat earther. I just don't.
Look, we know we can't really convince the atheists. Some of them, they believe in flat Earth, but not a lot. Mainly Christians believe in a flat Earth. So there is one easy way to convince Christians who are on this channel. But I strongly suggest do not ever use any Bible accepted by Luciferian Vatican. So do not use as well King James Bible, because each king to obtain the crown has to bow to Pope and the Luciferian Vatican. So I would kindly suggest to use Matthew's Bible, Ethiopian Bible, or William Tyndale's Bible. And if you really go
I would say, I would say the best is to have multiple translations.
Yeah, but all of them, unfortunately, I've checked them today. I've gone through all of them just for one verse. It's 2 Samuel 11. All of them, they say open field.
Yeah, but was changed because William Tyndale does say flat Earth.
Yes. So only Matthew Bible, William Tyndale's Bible.
Open fields.
Yes, exactly. Mm-hmm. So I've checked all the versions. I think maybe I missed two or three. So everywhere was open field. So, and there's plenty more changes as well. Word Jew added to the scripture. It didn't exist before. Word tyrant removed, and many more. So I do not really trust King James Bible. So I can post the link to the Matthew's Bible, and everyone can read it. 2 Samuel 11, and you can check by yourself that it's said it's flat Earth. The one difference is that it's all language, written in all language. So letter V and U are exactly opposite. So
it's almost like a mixture between Latin and Old English.
Yeah.
It's definitely hard to. I saw that part too. I think God's word is going to penetrate no matter what the enemy tries to do and try to divert. His scripture, his word will come through. So because I mean,
it's coming now.
It's going to come. The word is going to come out, and no weapon will. Nothing the enemy does is going to penetrate that.
Remember, like we said, God's word is the same today, tomorrow, forever.
Forever.
Even when you have Mandela effects, like we've seen, people are still able to understand what it's always said. You still get the context of what's said anyway. So his word still stays the same, even though they try to Mandela effect some words. So it's amazing. God still stays true, especially to those who have the Holy Spirit.
God has spoken to me through the ESV, and I get it. I understand, and I don't really like that because I like the King James, at least the New King James. It says firmament, but you're right. I mean, it's God is speaking through those words, and so because remember, like you said,
what about people who've been saved that by
deceived purposely? Anyway.
And the Holy Spirit always work in tandem with the Holy Spirit, and you're not Holy Spirit ain't got to lead you wrong, you know. Holy
Yeah.
Spirit's never got to lead you wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God will use a donkey to speak to you if necessary.
Amen.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay.
We had Dale come on a couple
All right.
times.
Okay, so I got a few things we're gonna go through. I just sort of picked through some of them because I am actually doing a video. I am planning when I've got my hard drive to actually do the fake Antarctica myself or you guys in Unreal to show how it's very possible. So I'm looking forward to that. But I'm just going to give like the rundown basics of just so people can see it is possible because people don't believe that you can use Unreal to do anything. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, but they had 360 cameras. So what?
What? Yep.
Okay.
So you want beautiful cinematic skies like this, or this in Unreal? Here is what to do. Create.
Okay. Then it gets to that point, but I want to get to the specific point here because everybody's going to see what happens here.
Why don't we just use an image texture of a real sky? Load in a plane and apply an image texture of a sky. Great, but yeah,
I want you to
that only
be
works in
very-
some cases.
What does that look like to you guys?
A scene for sure.
Looks like one of the scenes from the 360 videos.
Yep.
So remember when I said they use HDR imaging to create a 3D environment?
That's it.
That's why they have that. So it's not the virtual studio. I mean the volume. It's because of the HDR stitched together.
No doubt about it. I'm looking
Wow.
Because it creates like a flat plane. You have to actually set it and you have to set it to 3D and mesh it in. And even though they've tried to take that little stitching out on Whitset's footage, they failed because they took the wrong part. It's more to the right, and it still shows. It's very faint though, but it still shows. And that's why I say the sky is faked. It's in Unreal Engine.
Yeah, and
Clay stop motion.
them lines and right angles that you could see that can't possibly be because of 360 cameras, can it?
No.
I can't see that because
I
360
can't.
cameras has only got a join, a vertical join, hasn't it? It's only got a vertical join that you see. Sometimes you see a bit of the stick, a little bit of a gap, but it kind of adheres it together, doesn't it? It kind of glues it together, and sometimes you can see a little join, but not like that. Not like that.
It's
Not
just
with
straight
right
up
angles.
layering, right?
Not with right angles. You know?
You see, there we go. He's sticking the HDR, he's making it 16K, and he's downloading it, and he's going to place it into it. And then he can do all the editing skies like he wants.
Mm.
This is why they're able to have no clouds, because they wanted it to be clear.
Yeah. So this is basically just a layer they stitch together in the background, and they can do it live.
Is
They
this
can
an
do it
example
live.
you've done, or is this a demo, Flats?
No, this is a demo.
Demo. Okay.
Someone's just showing. I'm just making a
Good
little
point.
preview on it. See, because you
Yeah.
can set it to how you want. You can change everything, environment. You can put it, just making it clear. See?
That's it. I would have had a purple mountain, definitely.
Yeah. With your purple moon. Yeah.
Yeah, with a purple moon.
And then this is doing the background in real time, live. As you can see, he's walking behind a green screen, and this is what's showing in production as they do this live.
Gotcha.
Wow.
Okay. Watch this.
Isn't that mental?
That's what everybody sees.
So the
So
only
it
real
goes-
thing there is one chair.
That's all you
The
need.
one chair,
Yeah,
and you can see it looks like he's in a real place.
it really does.
And
The
they get
colors,
shadowing.
the lighting is done perfect.
And you can film round about him at the same
Right
time.
about. That's why I said they can easily do this in a warehouse,
Wow.
even with their
the-
drone. Because this is what I was thinking. Why did they go to only a specific point with their drone?
Yeah.
Why didn't they go up?
Yeah. And
Because we're in a warehouse.
Yeah, I mean, it was straightforward, straight back sort of thing, that type of thing. I would have been playing about with that drone all over the place. I mean,
And again, why have McToon in that footage?
Nah,
Well,
distract you.
their excuse was not to show that it is beeping when he's close. But
Yeah.
oh
what
god,
we saw, what was really dodgy, was he rushed towards it at some point.
yeah,
Yeah.
You could see he was walking normal, and all of a sudden he started speeding up to get to it.
yeah.
Hey,
Oh,
hey,
oh, I
Flats,
knew-
even in the that 3D engine, you can see the light reflecting off that wall. They got it that good. They can get that much detail out of it.
Yeah, why couldn't they just like lift it like 100, 50 feet, 50 yards, and pan across it? Why not? I mean, it wouldn't take seconds. It was just so weird. It was always eye level, and it was just bizarre.
Check it out.
Yeah.
Looks very real.
Oh, wow.
If you didn't know this was on behind the green screen, you'll think he's actually there. And then yeah, that's practically all they did.
It looks uncanny. Yeah, I mean, it's like you can't distinguish that
Well-
from reality.
yeah, Torres reckons the studio would have been too big. It would have been massive, bigger than the Vegas Sphere.
No, you just need a
No.
warehouse.
Exactly,
You just need a warehouse.
exactly.
You literally make everything green. And remember, they were using their cameras for the perspective. So they have the camera set in a 3D environment. Like I said, they've already set the HDR environment up in Unreal. When they were doing live, they were placing themselves. They could have done that in a green screen, placed live in their studio that had the environment already set up. That's what I was showing you. Well, this guy was doing this in live time. And I'm going to show you another one now. This is in Japanese, so I don't need to put sound, but there are subtitles. And they show you how they've totally taken away the need for stage production and use only green screen and Unreal Engine to half the time practically in stage production, because you just put in real time any background you want, any movements you want, and you can fake anything, in other words. Yeah. Virtual Line Studios.
Wow.
And that's all green screen right there, isn't it?
All green
Can you
screen.
just pause it a minute, Fats? Because Jesse Torres says, okay, just saying, but the drone did fly towards 5,000 feet. And this is
No.
disconnect people are having, right?
Yeah.
The footage drone went up really happened, I reckon, maybe. But the footage where they were trying to show that there were no green screen could have been in a warehouse like Flat said.
Someone's got a lot of noise.
Like,
Where's that noise coming from? It's like a TV in the background.
I'll go somewhere.
It's Roger. I've put him down again.
Ah, no doubt. No doubt. Need I ask who it was?
Yeah, it's Roger. But yeah, it's simple. When they did that drone footage, they were in Antarctica, remember, like we said?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, it's not Roger.
Oh, it's not Roger.
It's not me.
No, it's not me, dude. I have no
Jeff?
idea.
That's not showing anything from Jeff, though. Anyway. But yeah, they went to Antarctica, really, but they couldn't show the real sun because the sun, as Dave McKeegan said, went behind Mount Rosman. Okay? So they had to fake it to think it went above it. So everything you saw, the environment, that's why sometimes you saw footprints, sometimes you didn't. Because sometimes they were in the studio with their 3D environment, sometimes they were really there. Yeah. It's as simple as that. The drone footage was real because they were there, but the drone footage wasn't concentrating on the sun, it was concentrating on the layout. Yeah. So when they tried to show, oh, we're not faking this in a studio, they only kept that in a studio. That's why they only had parameters they could go to. That's why I only went back and forward. He didn't go up and down, around, or whatever.
Go to 5,000 feet then, you know?
Yeah, he didn't change any altitude. So yeah, it's still easily explainable. Anyway, this woman is showing that everything is just based on green screen.
Wow.
It's done in real time. They can do it in different environments. Let's, for instance, take this woman. Okay, indoor, you can do it indoors. See, it looks like she's really indoors. She's going to take a sit. Going to get a jacket. Now remember, if you do the lighting right and the timing and everything, you're fine.
Can you get it that good with augmented reality though?
Are we talking double Dutch?
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a guy in chat saying, "Are you guys betting your life on that they didn't went to Antarctica?" No, I mean, we've never said that.
We just said they did go. Was the guy even listening?
I verified it. I compared Jaren's body camera or his little, camera he had going all the time and where he was walking around with an aerial footage that is shot by ALE to promote their little thing down there. And you could see exactly where he had walked and everything. I was like, okay, that makes sense. You saw that right there. He came down this little road right here. He hung a left, went toward the fence. I mean, we saw this on the thing. So no, we verified that. Absolutely. But you have to know how a film production is actually shot.
Exactly.
Yeah, they do.
On
Well, a lot of
location.
people try to know that sometimes they shoot the final scene first.
Sometimes on set, sometimes on location.
Remember, he's claimed to have working this for over a year. Okay, they had more than enough time to have set all this up, choreographed everything they needed to do. More than enough time. This is also why I still think when we see McToon and Duffy so young looking with that Brazilian dude, it was way in advance.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking too.
That Brazilian dude is not listed anywhere on ALE's website, man.
That's also another red flag.
They don't have anything to do with it. It's like they don't even acknowledge anything about it. They don't even that group picture, any other group picture you've ever seen taken at Union Glacier, they're standing there with that freaking sign. They don't have the sign even. It's like ALE, no Facebook post, no Instagram posts, nothing about it. And it's almost like they're always posting something, and nothing about that. Hey, so you could come down and see the 24-hour sun too, like these guys did. And, no, none of that. I did not drag that out of that woman.
But I mean, the way they showed that those vehicles coming out of looking like it just vanishes into nothing.
Into the mountain,
That's also really hard.
That fanfare one yesterday where mountains just suddenly changed size. I mean, if your footage is real, right, there shouldn't be any anomalies in it.
No, definitely not. Especially things changing size and that. I mean, come on.
And that's the thing.
Don't just grow.
But that's the thing which also collaborates to what I'm saying with Unreal Engine in real time. There could have been a glitch or something, and that's why it changed size, because it was in real time while he was live.
Kind of like the shadow with the tune when he walked across the cameras. His shadow grew real quick.
And like William McLean just said, let's not forget that Duffy lied, pretending not to know McToon before the TFA thing.
Yeah. I mean, look at this,
birthday
guys.
surprise. Yeah.
Still green screen.
Yeah.
I mean, that does look like she's there.
Even
that's
the
in green screen.
I mean, that's good. I mean, that's brilliant. I mean, the only thing you would say wrong with that is that people ain't taking any notice of her. You know what I mean? That's walking past. But apart from that,
crazy woman in the street.
Yeah.
This one for me is really cool. And I think this is how they did most of their outdoor, because they had some props. Look at the depth.
Yeah, I saw that.
I mean, that's ace, man.
It's Mount Rossman with no snow.
And I think this is why we see some of those shadow anomalies. Because of the lighting.
Well, when it snowed here the other week, I didn't see no blue shadows on that snow.
It's snowing right here, right now. There's no blue shadows outside.
They're all like black, grey shadows.
But that's the thing. When you usually have blue like that, it usually signifies blue screen because it has bleeding, blue screen bleeding. So they could have used the blue screen. But look at this. This is interesting, okay? Now she's saying you can add people. There we go. Add them in real time. They're not there.
Wow.
That's amazing.
So this is why I'm saying they are easily able to have Duffy and them in a warehouse somewhere in the green screen.
Yep.
Okay? Not actually there. They're filming everything in Antarctica, but they have the sun being placed in and have the people being placed in studio.
Wow.
They're not actually there. It's like a hologram.
Mm.
Like the holodeck on the Star Trek 9.
Mm.
Yeah.
Or holoportation.
See, no one's there, but they're all saying hi to her.
Hi.
So you can add people in. So
Weird.
that's
Welcome to the Matrix.
Can you imagine what they have, and we don't know about, if they have at this point this technology which is shown to us?
Of course.
It's always like a 4 generation behind when they show us. So what they must have, it's incredible.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, this also walked down to ISS, guys. They keep telling us, how do they have the people floating in the ISS? There's your answer.
Boom.
No, that brings me to something, Flatzoid. You bailed on me last night. What happened? Did Joe you just couldn't take him no more? or
Oh
what?
yeah, no, I had to go. I couldn't take that anymore. It's like I was busy anyway, and I was trying to do something. I was like, no, this guy, he just doesn't want to listen.
What did Joe
You gotta
come in
like his
after?
laugh though. Come on.
Joe Cool.
What, he came in here last night after I left?
No, he was
No,
on
on
salt
Salt.
this
Oh,
morning.
in Sobs, right. Sorry. All right, of course.
I went in for a bit. I went in for a bit, but I was working on my video, and I was like, I need to concentrate. I can't take this guy anymore.
Yeah, when I've seen, I was live at the same time. I was live to like 7 this morning, so I was on at the same time as Sol, so I wouldn't have seen it. No, wow, was it nipping your
Well,
head?
he's funny as shit, and the thing is that he's come on before, but he's not like regular. He come on there last night, and it's like he just says the same dumb shit over and over and over. I says, well, what firsthand observation of a globe Earth do you have? And he says, well, when I see the sun, and I said, we're talking about the Earth. Do you know what a firsthand observation is? I didn't ask you immediately. When I ask you about the Earth, you start talking about the freaking sky.
He even showed him P. Brain's perspective, and he still didn't get that.
Oh my god! I should have showed him. I got that video where the truck goes into the mountain. I should have showed him that. But
Well, he didn't even want to even accept how freefall works. It's like explaining it to him as big as possible. He didn't understand it.
the floating is an illusion. The plane and the people are all going. They're falling at the same rate of speed. Okay, that's why it appears like they're floating. They're not really floating. Everything is just
Yeah. He doesn't get it. He says no, but it's 0G, so there's nothing to pull them down. I'm like, oh my word.
They're. I know. Anyway.
Okay.
I figured that's why you left. I said Flatzoid couldn't handle that, and he couldn't deal with it. I know he couldn't.
I don't think Joe could have handled it the way he was throwing he jerk around and start laughing. He was bad. Yeah.
Okay,
That's
let's go again.
Mm-hmm.
And what I think is amazing is all the Globers just adore Jaron now.
That's the thing. He's the new golden boy.
Well, I think Brenda's got a serious crush going on too, man.
Flats, will you play that fanfare video? I've posted a link. PJ's not seeing it.
Oh, the click one. Is that, just, I haven't seen it.
Just to show where the mountains changing.
Okay, we'll do that now, but let's just quickly go through this last one that I got here quickly, and then we'll do that quickly. Because I wanted to show that anyway, so. Okay.
Oh, hey guys, I was just taking a walk in my desert, which is actually just my green screen studio. Anyway,
I got to point out, he did this on the phone.
Wow.
Wow.
On a phone?
In real time.
Wow, that's cool.
guys, everything that you see behind me is all rendered in real time. Yes, even the camera movement right now.
Wow.
All in real time in front of a normal green screen.
Mhm.
He's a
Then what they
Jedi
do
in a
is-
desert.
See, they're creating it. They're creating even to track the customer. Oh, where is it now?
He's on Tatooine.
I was off creating giant worlds with ease. Now for the assets that we used in the landscape, they all came from the Megascans library from Quixel. This is a huge library full of 3D models, 3D textures, and the best thing, it's all for free if you're using Unreal Engine. They
All for free.
Wow.
You see, it's just you just need to play around, and you just set up your production. They're setting up the timing.
Movement of the physical one. Since we're working with a wireless transmitter, the movement of both plates originally didn't match up. Our tracking data was faster than the camera input, so I needed to add a small delay for the tracking data in the live-link settings to sync it back. Next up, I used
In real time, and all they did was create the environments and place him in there. That was it, and that's how he's able to.
Project. Isn't that cool, guys? Go ahead and download Unreal Engine, have fun with it.
And that's practically all he needed.
That's
Did
it.
anybody watch Jaren's stream? He's still making fun of NASA now. He's making fun of their footage and stuff, like the Mars landing. He did a whole set on it on his last show. He's making fun of space, but he's a glober. I don't get it. In one mouth, he says NASA sucks. They're faking it. But in the other hand, he says, "Oh,
Yeah, but he's still sort of playing both sides. He's a glober now, guys, no doubt. He's always been, but he's
Make it make sense,
still
yes.
he's still playing. Space could be fake. They lied to us. Moon, just like you still get globers that don't believe moon landings happen. He's like there now. And then later he's gonna say, "Okay, yeah, guys, I figured because people are saying TFE is fake and no, it's not. So I'm gonna just admit then NASA didn't fake it." That's what he's gonna do.
Unbelievable. I mean, he was one of them. It definitely went after NASA stuff as well. You know what I mean? Big time.
Oh yeah,
big time.
No, he's gonna drop that soon.
Yeah, so much
And his
so.
excuse is gonna be TFE. And his excuse is going to be TFE.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Why do you think he's so against can they fake it or not? Because he hasn't even admitted that, yes, they can fake it. He's saying anybody that says you can fake it is idiotic.
I got to give it to Austin. He's saying that they can fake it and absolutely could. But he's saying he didn't fake it. That's what I'm waiting for him to say.
Oh, maybe he wasn't behind the programming and setting up everything. So he's saying the truth. He didn't fake it, but he was part of it.
He didn't. Yeah, that's a good point.
Okay, let's see what they. But yeah, guys, this is a good video, and it makes a lot of sense.
There's a building in there. I'll show you people inside there if you want to see what's going on in there. I got to warn people that I'm recording in case they don't want to be recorded, though, so give me a second.
That's something that was really odd for me. I got to warn people that I'm recording because they don't want to be recorded.
I mean, come on.
Literally, while you're walking in a field full of cameras recording.
Right.
I get it, because they're in the building. Maybe they're doing something which they don't want to show other people, like, I don't know, smoking, drinking, whatever.
Yeah. And I also got to point out that why would there be clicks on screen in a live stream? Why would you have mouse click sounds on a live stream?
Oh, that's why it's called click. Okay. Okay. I didn't
That's
know.
why the mouse clicks.
Kind of the agreement that we're all on. So I just will show you this room and where we've been staying for the last... I can't believe that we came here yesterday. It seems like it's been here for 4 days. Don't know what the hell's going on.
I know why. Because you were doing studio work. Because you guys were working before then.
What happened on the 18th?
Can I...
They still don't want to tell us.
Nope.
All they do is
wit-
arrested. I slept. Okay.
no witnesses. No witnesses.
Yeah.
That's the same truck there, isn't it? That had the headlights on, ain't it?
The highlights, yeah. The one that came out the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Can I record in here? Nobody's anti that. So
Anti what?
this is all our supplies. Very messy. If you wanted to take a nap, I slept underneath that table. Tried to get an hour in here and there.
And I want to point out to you guys now, look at Duffy and look at Jonathan sitting there, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Look at their facial expressions when he walks up to them with the camera. It's like they don't want him to really see what's going on there.
McKeon doing something. Critical think. Jonathan's over here. What are you doing?
We're doing a little backup on the
Pretty odd.
Nice.
Can you
So
scroll
we'll go
back
ahead and come in here.
and see what's on the monitor?
Yeah, it's a bit difficult. I tried to see because it was 720p. So even when I go to Jaren's live, can't really see what's on there. So it's difficult to point out.
Gotcha.
But they're definitely working on something because he's got his desktop showing and then he's got a folder open there that looks like an editing program.
My question is, what did they say to Jaren? I couldn't make it out. They said they were making a backup, and I couldn't make out the rest.
I don't know.
You notice how fast Jaren's scan past his computer? He went on it, and then he was off of it really fast.
Yeah, exactly. He didn't want to really spend a lot of time showing there.
Here and partake in this experiment.
Oh, and it's not an experiment. Just
we know. Everybody else.
That was a good one. FT.
Also, I want to say, okay, is that table fully level as well?
Definitely don't look like it,
Not-
does it?
Yeah. Odd.
Awesome.
There you go.
Thank you so much. All right. Glasses back on to be outside.
Because I want to point out, look there, okay? That's where Jonathan, but where's the other side? It's not showing us the computers and stuff.
Christian, Ahmed, wait for your turn. Thank you, Christian, for the question. Miss, and go ahead.
There's a click.
Oh, yeah.
I got it. Like they're almost trying to cover it up with the footsteps.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but why would you have a click on a live stream?
Right.
Hey, Flat, did they
just suddenly change size?
did they say they slept in that blue container?
Yes,
they did.
How did they sleep? Isn't Jaren
On the
like
floor.
6'2" or 6'3"? Under how does he fit under that table that's 5 foot? The legs are probably like 4.5 foot. How did he fit under there?
Curled up like a little baby.
No.
Yeah. Fetal position. He was in the fetal position. That's like that. That alone is very suspicious. I mean, they all fit in there. That doesn't make sense.
Exactly, that was my question. Would
Why
they
did they
fit
bring
all of them in there? There's not enough
Oh
space.
wow, Jaren actually commented on my video I sent today. I just can't anymore. I thought the lights in the sky don't determine the ground. They don't, Jaren. But now they do. Never said they do. He says clearly the phone was pointed directly, correctly at 14. The idiot thinks when I'm showing the glow prediction wrong, it means that I'm telling about the floor.
Really? Okay.
Oh my god. Okay.
He's already starting to be a globetard. Let me make this very clear, Jaren. The globe claimed a certain prediction. I did an observation that showed that prediction false. It still has nothing to do with the Earth being flat or a globe. What it does show is the globe claim was false. What an idiot. So thank you, Jaren, for showing what a moron you are.
Rocks cause waterfalls, dude. So I gotta say.
Okay, guys, I'm revisiting the infamous green screen on the first live they did. they didn't show the 24-hour sun on that one, if you remember, but he showed the sun due south in all of its glory. I noticed, listening back to it, that I heard this click sound, and then some magics happened. Well, there was more than one thing that happened anyway. So I heard a very pronounced click noise. So that could have been a mouse click in software. They could have been using some hardware to flick to change into a green screen. We're going to have a bit of a look at that. Okay, I'm going to run the click clip a few times, and I'll put some arrows and I'll explain what I'm seeing and see if you can see it as well. But there was no green screen prior to this, and it was not long after this click noise that we get the green screen.
Super chat.
And we see some funny things happen when that click goes.
Tony Whitcomb.
Okay, first thing you're going to see is these mountains.
I just want to quickly pause it. Thank you, Tony Whitcomb, for your £5. He says, thought Jaron was walking into a pub with ALE on the door, lol. It does seem that way. It does look like he was walking to a pub. Really appreciate the super chat. You rock, man.
Roger.
Yeah.
Roger, is that your friend Jessica
Yes.
Logsdon?
Yeah,
it's not
the same icon.
Yeah, it's not. Well, it's not the same
Yeah,
icon.
Similar.
It's very similar icon, but it's different.
Yeah,
it's different.
They just mess with me, man.
Thanks. Yeah, and I want to point out as well, don't you think it's odd that Jaron's trying to now fight against observation that shows the globe false?
He's the Glober's darling now.
Not mental, eh?
Hopefully he makes a video of it so I can show him what a moron is.
Well, he said he's done. He's done. I just can't, he says.
Okay, let's see. Well, it does hurt his feelings that me showing an actual observation showing that the globe is false undermines his fake experiment he never did.
They jump to the left
Yeah,
as soon as the click happens.
I think.
Then you see this glare come across his jacket
Mm-hmm.
as soon as the glare happens. And then when you look at the sun, you'll see the sun sort of like appears in a position and then retracts back over to the right to where it ends up.
Oh,
So I nearly wasn't going to bother doing this video.
sorry, Anthony, I didn't see you, man. How's it going?
I was just trying to say, I was about to say Anthony's backstage.
And you can see kind of flat line.
You know what?
Vertical, you see? Like a stitch gate.
You know what? When they first went down there and I found out that they were going to be live streaming, regardless of whether it's 24 hours or not, it dawned on me that I presumed that they would be live streaming with their mobile phone. And when somebody showed the footage of the guy with the pocket, you know, that green pocket thing?
Yeah, Jonathan.
I said, there's no way that that's the explanation, because there's no way that they're going to run down there with a whole computer, not thinking that they can do it with a laptop, just assuming they do it with the mobile phone. And at that point, because they did it, however they did that mistake, I didn't think it was down to a computer in streaming, but now they've said it, it makes sense, right? But I didn't think in my head that that was what they would be doing, because it was too much hassle to do on a laptop. Why would you do a laptop when you can use your phone? You can do the exact same thing on your phone, right? So why would you do a laptop? But now I'm seeing this green screen possibility, and they're doing it to the sky and showing the pocket, the color of his pocket, and the fact that it was set to a turquoise or a teal color makes me realize that maybe that's the reason why they were using laptops. Because why would you not use your phone? You can do the exact same thing with your phone, but they're doing it with a laptop, and all of a sudden that opens the door to green screen, or whether you call it green screen or blue screen or whatever color screen you want. Chroma key is what they're applying, and you can do that with a laptop. So, and you can do it live stream, like real time as well. We see it all the time. So that kind of shows that pocket thing that guy did with the big square pocket on his chest.
Yeah, well, I think that
were using it. They just weren't using it on a green. They were using it on a blue.
But I think that would a red herring. That
was a red herring.
People like anybody brings up green screen now, they pull that and say, "Oh, we debunk green screen." You know what I mean? I think it's like a red herring to get people away from looking into green screen stuff.
Yeah, but that's kind of like the Bart Sabrell footage, isn't it? Where he's anyone that shows the Bart Sabrell footage is basically kind of potentially being a shill. because people generally don't accept that. But whether it's true or not is irrelevant. The fact is that he did show his pocket and it was being subjected to chroma key filtering. Okay, it wasn't green. It doesn't matter what color it is. The fact is that they were using green screen, blue screen, pink screen, whatever you want to call it, and it shows it with the pocket. So although it might be a red herring, okay, that with that one instance, but that shows that all they've got to do is change the set key, the set color. So if you change the set color to that pale blue color, and then change there's a degree of outness that the color can be. So if it's basically all the pale shades of blue, it's the sky. And that's why that might be the reason why the sky is so pale in blue. And compare that to what he's got on screen now. He's got the dark blue. Obviously, that's not going to be filtered out because it's dark blue. It's the wrong shade, but it's the right color, but wrong shade. You can play around with those settings to get it to do exactly what you want it to do. And all you got to do is slide the things up. It's like the refraction thing on Walter Bislin's curve calculator thing. You can slide it up and down based on how much you want it to be, how much of an impact you want it to have, and how much of a blue you want it to affect. Obviously, his jacket's filtered out. That makes you think, well, it's not blue screen they're using. So it might not be green screen, it might not be dark blue, but they are definitely using it. That would make it do that.
Yeah. I just want to say thank you, Godzilla, for your $5. He says, witnessing the 24-hour sun was enough for Jaren to completely discard the incredible numerous globe model disproves. Ranty himself is blushing. Yes, I agree. Thank you very much for your super chat, man. You rock.
For me, right, now we're at the point where we're looking at the possibility that maybe Jaren and Austin were fooled. Even if Austin and Jaren were fooled, and this was done sleight of hand, is it likely that you'll catch both Jaren and Austin out? Or is it more likely that they were complicit and knew exactly what was going on? For me, I don't believe.
I think Jaren.
How do you fool them? How do you fool them that there's a 24-hour sun when they're in?
That means they've got to be complicit, regardless of what technique they were using.
Either that or drugged up or something, hypnotized.
So that means when people are saying back off on Jaren and Austin, no, let's not back off on Jaren and Austin, because ultimately they're still complicit at this point. Even if they did fake it, and the argument that they were fooled doesn't stand because they were present, and there's no way they couldn't have seen what actually happened. They have to be complicit.
Yeah, they were. Like I said, Weiss revealed his real motives when he's last night with Marty Leeds the other day, and he was just removing the heat off them.
Yeah,
and that's essentially what he was doing. And Leeds was very scripted. It was very scripted. That video was even edited as well. You could tell it was very well put together, planned. Hey, we got to get the heat off these guys, and let's see if we can save ourselves. That's what I think.
Well, it's interesting because Dit Rao's original position was there's no fakery here. The footage is legitimate. Jaren and Austin did go. They did see the 24-hour sun. We've got to accept it, guys. Let's just look for the solution rather than pull these guys down with the flat sinking ship or whatever it was he said. Okay, fine. That was what his original position was, but now he's flip-flopped, and now he's saying that it could well have been faked and Jaren and Austin were fooled. So now what he's doing is he's trying to acknowledge and accept that there was fakery going on, but he wants to exclude or limit the damage and get them to off the hook.
It's called damage control, exactly.
Yeah, damage control. That's exactly what he's doing. But none of us accept that them two are innocents. Now, if it wasn't them two, and it was, say, any other two, say it was, for argument's sake, Nathan Oakley, perhaps, and one other guy that wasn't Austin and Jaren, you could argue that and say, yeah, probably, maybe they were fooled, because you don't know what they're going to do. It's like a magician's trick. You don't know what they're going to do. But what I notice is people on their side are all trying to take it back to the argument of, well, hang on a minute, let's look at the sun. Forget Austin. Yeah, he got caught vaping. Yeah, we'll forget that. He's guilty. But let's look at the sun. And we're not interested in the sun. We're interested in how did they fake it. So because we're looking at it and not interested in the evidence and what the evidence is supposed to show, we're interested in how did they fake it. It's really pissing them off because they want us to be targeting our energy against them, like the Duffy and McToon, and they want us to be attacking them for how they faked it. But we're not even doing that. We're just trying to work it out for ourselves. And the reality is, yeah, Jaren and Austin are going to fall down and they're going to lose out. But that McToon and Duffy are not getting all the flack that I can see because we all knew they were going to fake it somehow if the trip was going to happen. It's just a case of working out how did they fake it. And now it's beginning, all the pieces are beginning to fall into place now. It does look like they used chroma key. Okay, it might not have been green, but it definitely was a pale shade of blue. That's why the sky's so like computerized looking, because they've made the sky look blue. and all of a sudden the filter, then it makes sense, it works, and that's why they were using laptops. It's all fitting
To be
into place.
honest, I don't think so. They really care that they have been exposed, because from a perspective, they have been very well paid for it.
Yeah, of course. That makes them complicit, though. They've been paid for it, and they knew about it from day one.
Yeah.
Let's see. He says at 14 seconds. Let's see what I did at 14 seconds. Oh, so he's saying the globe claim is true. Jiren.
Wow.
You can't
Wow.
anymore. Yeah, wait. Let me show you where the actual... This is what the globe claims. Let me show you where the actual sun claims the sun should be. Let me show you where it is.
122, 23? Oh, yeah, I get you. Yeah.
Whoopsie. And there's the sun.
You know that's due to the magnetic declination. That's why you got to calculate it. You got to.
Poor Jiren. And I just can't anymore. I thought lights in the sky don't determine the ground, but now they do. Clearly, the phone was pointed correctly at 14. So the guy's blind.
Mm-hmm.
This is my comment to him. Shame, you really gone full globetard. The globe made a claim. I showed an observation showing the claim wrong. The sky does not prove the ground. Nice try, though, you clown. Thanks for your fake-ass TFE failure.
You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of Ranty when he spent 50 hours or whatever it was looking at one photo and he couldn't conclude it in his head. Well, they needed a better excuse for why somebody could leave this side of the topic, because nobody accepted that Ranty's explanation for why he left was real or genuine or valid. Everybody laughs at it. So Jeren, and what they've done is they found a better excuse. And now they're using Jeren, however much they paid him to do it. They must have paid him, or unless he was planted from the start. Either way, he's found a better excuse to step out of it, and nobody accepts it, exactly like Ranty.
He showed the sun calc to be 5 degrees off as well, where it derived from angles from a globe, or measurements from a globe, rather.
Okay. Yeah, Reg, I don't see your email, man. Try send it again. But yeah, the thing is, all the things it's showing, it shows it's fake, guys. It's as simple as that. And I still do believe that they saw the sun going down, so they had to fake it.
Yep.
They were forced.
Yeah, but that's expressly then saying that Austin and Witsit couldn't have been felt.
No, I'm sorry. Witsit and Austin is fully part of this, man. It's been planned out.
I agree. It's not for me. It's not a debate about whether they're possibly capable of being fooled or not. They're not.
Yeah,
they're complicit.
They weren't.
It's blatantly obvious. It's just a case of working out how did they do it, and that's what everyone's onto at the minute. These guys are guilty as McToon and Duffy.
And all I can see is paycheck. That's what I'm looking at.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's see.
But I was listening to a Dustin Nemaz video, and he had some girl on there. I don't know what she was doing, moderating or whatever what she was doing. But she was flicking the switch. She was like allowing someone to talk. Anyway, I heard that click again. And I thought, that's virtually the same sound as I heard on the TFE video with the switching sound. So it's either a mouse click or a hardware switch, which I think I've already said anyway. But yeah, so I really wasn't going to do this video, so I don't get many views. You know, I put a video out and I end up having to deal with more trolls. It's not a real lot of fun. So
You don't have to deal with it.
you know,
ignore
anyway,
it.
I might be out for a while.
Yeah, you don't have to deal with the trolls.
Yeah, you can just be accused of deleting messages and censoring the reality and all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you get a mouse like I got a silent mouse that doesn't click at all. Mine doesn't make a noise.
But that's the odd thing, though. They're using laptops. And when I was watching them working at the PC, they didn't have a mouse. They were using the laptop's onboard mouse.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you can click like that, but what's he clicking here? He's not clicking anything. He's just holding the laptop with his hand.
And my laptop's got clicky buttons as well as pad.
Yeah, but I'm saying how he's holding it, his hand's not close to click the hands or have a mouse in his hand. He's just holding the laptop.
So he didn't click it. Someone.
Somebody in the
Yeah,
back.
so that's what I'm saying. It's really odd. And this was live. So
Right.
what is that clicking sound live? And why is the mountains changing elevation and going sideways live? And then,
That was
like you
weird.
said, the sun's all of a sudden grabbing and going back. Hmm.
That is weird.
Yeah.
You gotta change the angle of the camera, actually.
For
To get that effect.
Yeah. Circumstances unforeseen.
Just 1 minute,
This
Flav.
might be my last.
So, like, end of this video, it mentions that, like, download this footage before they start editing it. And they've been editing footage, yeah, since they've released it. They've been going back in and so that also tells me that they're dishonest, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you going into uploaded footage and changing it when people are pointing things out in it?
Yeah.
Now, how do we know which
Video
parts
for
are
a while
live
anyway.
and not live? That's my question.
But that's what I said. This part he was doing live. He could be in a studio in real time being planted there. You understand? It's like, oh, see, I'm live, yeah, blah, blah, blah. That's why I'm able to answer you. But they can still be in a studio. Like I said, that can just be a HCR environment. That's it.
That's easy.
So they're faking it in real time.
Aye.
And then they've just
Sorry.
got, and then they've just got a large floodlight to light him up from one side from the position of the sun.
Just 1
You know
minute.
what?
Brian Mabbit's asked the same question about 3 times. So I think.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I didn't see it frog up. I don't think they wait there long enough for it to frog up there.
Can we find out what laptop he used? Because I bet you the laptop he used was a 4-core. Because you can't do that. You can't. You can't run OBS and live stream without a 4-core processor, right? He will have at least a quad-core processor.
Yeah, he has to have a quad at least.
Yeah, so let's check the laptop and see, is it capable of doing the task that we think he's doing? Because if it is, then, because most laptops are dual core. It's only the top end ones that are quad core or better, and they're really expensive. But to do this, you need a quad core. Not many people have quad cores. They do exist, but not many people have them because they're considered premium.
Programmers, and editors usually use the quad cores.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah,
but
I've got
so the average Joe blogs wouldn't have one.
Somebody like Jonathan would have
Jeff?
one, though.
Sorry, Jeff, what did you say?
Oh, I just said I have an octa-core.
Oh, you faked it then, Jeff. Cheers for admitting that.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, I fake everything. I fake it all.
Took it to Antarctica and did it. I mean, Arctic, Antarctica.
It's still claymation.
Might have to get off the net and put it back on later. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I'm not on here to tell you about all that. But, yeah, I'll just show a couple of things.
Because look at his hands, how he's holding the laptop. He's not close to the mouse click on the laptop to make it. Because that's in the middle. That's what I'm saying. So it can't be him that's making that click.
What you can do, you know, like if you're a live streamer and you do OBS, there's a plug-in for that called Teleport. I haven't looked right into it because I don't intend to do live streams and it's like a waste of time to me, but I thought you guys that do live streaming, you might be able to look into this. Have a go at Teleport. The other one was, what was it called again? The Black Magic ATEM Mini Pro.
Mm-hmm.
It's a hardware thing. Yeah, that looks freaking pretty good. And being Black Magic, you know, it's sort of, you think that might be their...
Yeah, the Black Magic's a very good make. We used to work with Black Magic when I did the sound at CRC. Black Magic's actually very good. Canal Chatty, thank you for your $5. He says, you should ask Jaron if he held his Home Depot compass upside down in Antarctica because he himself was upside down on the globe, asking for a friend.
Asking for a friend.
That's a good one, man. Thank you very much for the super chat. You rock. Yeah, Jaron has completely fallen off the bus, man.
Yeah.
The trains jump the tracks.
He's even fighting now Rusted Soul and misrepresenting what she was saying. I don't know if you guys watched her response.
She's been absolutely
obliterated. We're gonna probably go through some of it. I think we should look at her response to Jaron.
Oh,
You know
I'd like
what?
to hear that.
Wow.
I'd like to hear that.
Rusted Soul has been around for a long time. She's been around here as long as I have, so she's like
Yeah.
the original
She's
clan.
in it. Yeah, but she knew Jaren and all of them, so
Yeah.
no, she's you must listen to this response. So I think we should do it after this video.
Okay.
Hardware of choice. Anyway.
And then I'll switch over to the ATEM. And now when I hit one of the input buttons, it goes green instead of going red. And that has not changed the active angle.
That's the black magic.
This is the program out, and this is now the preview. So as I click on a different button on here, that loads into the preview window, but the program, what's going out to the audience, doesn't change. That doesn't change until I hit either the cut or the auto button. So right now it's set to cut, so I'll just hit cut, and that switches over to the...
And what's nice about it, because if you see that where that mountain moved like that, it was because they were fading between two channels. Studio work, guys. Studio work.
Exactly.
Other input. Let's switch over to camera 2, and this time I'll do auto, and it's going to do a cross dissolve. This format allows you more control over what's going to air. Not only can you choose the camera angle, but you could build in a lower third, you could put in a graphic, you could put in a green screen effect. You can do all kinds of things in the preview, getting it ready to go to air, and then you hit the button to take that to air.
Because how we actually did it at CRC, because we were a whole bunch of different churches linking up to exactly the same time, because we would do praise and worship live, and then we have to get to the preaching and exactly the same, but the last song is always the same song in all the churches. So we'd have to get the timing perfectly right for them to sync up. So what we would do is we would have this preview set like this. We would have like a 10-second delay. And as soon as we got it, we had to preview it already to say when they're singing the exact same chorus, the same word, we would dissolve it in for them and you would see a seamless change.
Nice.
So yes, I know all about black magic. I worked with it for years.
You demon.
Or again, if you're switching by yourself, then it's a lot easier to just hit the button once and have it switch.
Okay, guys, I'll leave a link in the description to the TFE video where it goes click. That'll be a timestamp link. Make sure you download it because as soon as they see this video, they're going to go in and sound edit it and take that click noise out of it. I'll leave some links to the videos, to this ATM Mini Pro and to Teleport as well. So I'll leave you with the TFE click sound and that'll be me. I'm out. Thanks for watching, guys.
Woohoo! Do you subscribe, guys? I'm going to put his link in the description for you guys in the chat. There we go.
So it's not just space that's made in the Hollywood basement; it's the globe itself that's made in the Hollywood basement.
Everything.
Yep. Jeez.
Quickly get that video up.
FTFE's house blew down. What's he living in a house of sticks?
Are you the big bad wolf, Michael?
Say again?
You the big bad wolf? You blew his house down?
Oh, I wish I knew where his house were.
Apparently, we have to.
Okay. So yeah, this rusted soul. This is the response to Jesuit Jaren. Brilliant.
Yeah.
But she says it straight. And shout out to Rusted. I think she's really on point. And I think she's doing a really good job. You guys have anything to say before we start?
No, I like her.
Good. What is Rusted Soul's point? I've not seen her argument.
Loads of points.
There's a load of points. She's showing why it's faked. And Jaren is telling everybody, no, she's just joking. She's not serious, blah, 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 because she's catching him out. So he's like almost playing like, oh, she's just being sarcastic when she says this. And she's like, no, I'm very serious.
Yeah, you got to be careful though with Rusted because she was friends with Jaren and them. So I don't know whether it's friends real world or friends online, but she was.
No, I haven't seen any issues with her though.
No, she
but
was
if Jaren's
getting
saying
mad.
she's teasing and joking and whatever, then instantly you tell the opposite is also.
No, he's saying she's joking.
Yeah. So the opposite is true.
No. You'll see. You'll see what they're saying. To hold Jaren's hand through the research process on this one. Jesuit Jaren, first of all, we'll talk about his background being Jesuit trained in Jesuit high school that he admitted to. So yeah, he's totally trustworthy individual, completely. But yeah, let's ask Jaren a question. Does the camera settings make the sun higher in the sky? No. I can tell you that right now. I may not be an expert when it comes to cameras, but I sure as hell know that the settings isn't going to change where the sun position is in the sky. And it's a 360 camera. It's the same exact camera. Like, Yep, that's exactly. I just want to say thank you, Stroops, for your $2. Says, has anyone heard from Austin? Nope. Haven't heard anything.
I
think
watched
the
him on
stress-
Discord the other day.
I think the stress is
on-
catching up to him a bit there.
Yeah.
He went on Discord and did a PR thing the other day. I was in the audience watching him, so it was like 2 days ago. He's made an announcement or two. He's pushing for flat. He's saying so. He wants to be a flat earther. That's what he was saying.
Thank you for the super chat, Stroops. I appreciate it. But I don't think he wants to be a flat earther. He wants to be a true earther.
Oh, two
A
of them.
geocentrist.
Absolutely.
Look, right.
Yeah,
The guy's a liar, right? He was lying before this business.
He said he wants to be a flat earther. What that translates to mean is, I want to still believe in ether, man, and push it and make money on it.
Yeah.
You have Reg. Has anybody got Reg Joe's email address?
I got him on Discord. I can send something on.
Can you send him the link? Because he
For-
said he did email me. I haven't got anything from him.
Okay, I can get it to his Discord. Let's see.
Shot.
The big benefit of getting rid of these two plant pots is that the ether argument dies with them. Happy days.
Yeah, but that's the problem. You got like Shane Pierre, who's still trying to push all that nonsense, so they're all like hopping onto that bandwagon, and then you
Yeah, but
still
it'll
got
die
the
off.
and then you still got the other misfits that's still stuck on Dell's ass. So
Well, the vast majority of people don't accept the ether argument at best, and now that Jaren and Austin are involved in this,
That's
those
what
people
the-
are not going to be credible anymore because they followed the wrong prophet, right?
I agree.
This is what he believes in, but really can't really have any evidence for any tangible evidence for the ether. It's assumption, but how you can provide an evidence which might point to the proof? I don't know, to be honest.
I sent him the link. He's got it in Discord now. Reg, if you're
Bro-
out there.
yeah, awesome. Thanks, man. Okay, go ahead and make up your stuff and say it's, we're ridiculous. When you're ridiculous, this is clearly, look at that. Look at the difference between the sun, the size, it's in the same place, same time of year, and it's totally different. But whatever, bro. Like, maybe if you would have just listened to the next 30 seconds after the clip you played, and done a tiny bit of research yourself, you would have heard that I wasn't joking. I was laughing because of the ridiculous claim that it wasn't possible to make to just rewind some image or to create a CGI sun or whatever and make it move back and forth in the sky, whatever direction you want it to go. So that was what I was referring to, and I'll play the clip for you here again because clearly you don't know how to do research yourself. And also, and I find that ironic because Jaren's the whole time saying, you flat earthers don't know how to research, you're embarrassing, blah blah blah. Thank you, Rusted.
Yeah.
You're making the point that the guys are
He
more
was just humbled.
You know what? If it was me in Jaren's position and I found out that, let's just assume it was true and genuine, right? And I found out that the Antarctic sun was real and there was no element of deception or whatever and foolery on against Jaren, and he knew that it was legit, kosher, and genuine. Do you know what I would do as an honest guy? I would just vanish and not get involved in the topic anymore. I certainly wouldn't defend it. I'd just go.
Yeah, but you see, that's difficult for him because he was a plant in the beginning. He never was a flat earther. He just literally came into it to, I don't know, try and make FE look bad and make money out of it. And he's this is his livelihood now, making money for this. So he can't just vanish.
Yeah.
He's kind of stuck in it.
Yeah, well, the way of life and support. That's why I despise merchandisers.
But yeah, the sad thing is he's been insulting everybody that's been feeding him for the last 10 years.
Yes,
Now,
because
yeah.
he's threatening his livelihood. That's normal, man. That's normal.
And I think that's why he's also trying to be the new golden boy as bad as possible, so he can get the other side now to support him.
He can be the brown boy, the shitty boy.
Do you have this lady's link, Flats? I don't think I'm subscribed to her.
Don't you have a link?
No, I don't.
I'm
sub
sub to her. Here.
Yeah, she's
awesome. I thought I would have been subbed.
little hamster icon.
Response to Jesuit Jeron. Nice.
Oh yeah, nice one. Nice one.
Yeah, but didn't she
I'm
even
not
said?
subbed. I can't believe I'm not subbed.
She even said Jaren admitted to Jesuits.
If Jeron's actually pushing for the globe now, that means he's got to let go of the ether argument because it doesn't exist in the ether, right? In the globe argument, it's a vacuum. Sorry, Jaren, but you're gonna have to kiss that Bob Nodell's fucking, what do you call it? His legacy. Kiss that goodbye, mate, because that's not sticking around if you're on the globe side. Bye.
Bye. Exactly.
Enjoy space.
Stay tuned for afterwards for other examples of the poor research that Jaren does. And I haven't even been paying attention to him for the past 7 years. This is just what I picked up in the past couple of weeks of listening to the nonsense coming out of his mouth from watching his footage. Wow, is that so, Sogs? So McToon said that Duffy asked him for your email and he says he looked in, he couldn't have it. Weird, as I've literally shown him have my email for at least 2.5 years now.
It is strange.
Really weird.
Can I quote Jaren right quick? He said, I'm the same guy in 2 hit pieces on Flat Earth. You figure it out. That's what I heard him say once. He knows he's doing this, dude.
Pebbles also said, I heard Jaren say he went to Jesuit school. A video just came up on TV. Oh, it's a minute long. We can quickly watch it. Do you guys want to watch it quickly?
Sure.
I'm going to mute it though because it just sounds like music. Let's see. Stunning 36-hour timeless of 24-hour sun in Antarctica from Union. Okay.
Oh, is this from the guy that single-handedly flattened flat Earth? Flattened flat Earth. That's what he did do. He just made flat Earth.
Look at how flat those clouds are traveling too, man.
Yeah.
Great perspective.
But this destroyed Flat Earth.
I'm a bit confused. Didn't they show their 24-hour having no clouds?
Yeah.
Well,
and they only did it once?
And now we have clouds.
But don't forget though, this is from Union Glacier, not the camp where they were.
Yeah, but I'm confused. So did they do it? So if you're a kilometer and a half from the mountain, you don't have clouds, but when you're a kilometer and a half by the mountain, you have clouds.
Well, the reason I heard that they went to that other camp was so that mountain didn't block sun at Union Glacier camp. That was the reason they were away at that.
Yeah, but my point about that is the clouds, not about the mountain itself. They're only a kilometer and a half away. Why would you not have clouds there, but you have clouds?
Yeah, but you're missing my point, right? They apparently went to that further away camp because they were scared that mountain had blocked sun. So if they've got time lapse from here, why were they even over at that other camp?
That's also true.
That's a good point. Yeah, but the clouds should be in both footages, right?
Yes.
Something's fishy. And it stinks. Wow, look at those clouds.
Wow.
Jesus.
Yeah,
man. Of a lenticular nature.
Yeah.
Look, yeah, why did they have to go to that then? There we go.
Jobs are good. Nope.
Whoa. The
What?
shadow. Go to the back of that shadow. Check that. Look where the sun is. Look where the shadow is. Let's go back. Okay. Keep an eye on the shadow.
Gotcha.
You can see it. So as soon as the sun gets there, it's still in the same position. It's a shadow. Look at this.
Sure. Oh yeah, there it is.
Oh no, wait. All that could be, you know, that cable, like because I think they flattened out, so it's where they've merged the two cameras together. It could be the cable. It could be the cable, not a shadow. Yeah, I think it's a cable.
Yeah.
That sun just did something really weird there. It flared right before it hit that clouds.
Well, let's go again. Okay, so Duffy, why did you guys go to another camp? Why did you go outside this camp then?
Now we can see the camp. What the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The camp's there now.
Yeah.
And the shadows on the mountains look pretty legit.
Yeah, it's all looks like it. They put this. This isn't done live neither, so yeah.
I must say the camera's moving a lot though. It's kind of jittery.
It was weird the sun didn't at least a little bit be blocked by the mountain there. It looked like it just shone.
They stand there for 36 hours. Maybe it's wind. I don't know. Ooh, looking beautiful.
It is very professional. Jason did a good. Jonathan did a good job. Sorry.
Ooh.
It's going down behind the mountain.
It doesn't. Yeah.
No, it's right above it.
Hold on, take it back behind that mountain again.
That was weird. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, why isn't it cut off?
Look at that. There.
See,
look at the way that light's doing.
It's clear in front of it. Yeah.
And there's still a shadow.
I want to make it a bit slower. Half the speed.
Shouldn't it like cut this right there? You're right.
That's not right.
You should be cutting that a little bit.
Why is it glaring in front of the mountain?
In front of it, yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly.
But not just that. Look at the shadows from the clouds. They're not really showing as shadows.
Where's mountain shadow?
No, but look what I'm saying. Look here. You're showing that shadow. Where's the other shadows? It's like just a little patch. Now there came one above. Now it's showing shadows where there's no clouds.
It's right on top of the mountain or in
No,
front.
it seems like it's sitting on the mountain. Because that glare seems like it's in front of the mountain.
Exactly.
It is in front.
No, you should be seeing shadow of the clouds. He's prepared to make a dump.
He's like, oh, is the camera still working?
Oh man. I think they did the other camp for a reason besides this.
Now you see the shadow going that way.
Yeah, and I know this for a fact that most those thicker clouds would definitely cause a shadow.
Yeah.
I've seen it myself. Yeah.
That's weird. Well, people are going to scrutinize that now, so everybody can watch it and go through. But
the sun does look a little weird going over the mountain.
There's a few questions, like we say. Why do they need to go to that container if they could have just done it there in the first place? Secondly, the shadows look a bit dodgy. I don't understand why when there was no cloud in front of the sun, it showed cloud shadow. And when there was cloud, sometimes it didn't show shadow. So it's inconsistent with that as well. Odd stuff. But let's listen to Rusted Soul some more.
You know, maybe he should lay off the cup of noodles and Cokes. I think they're rotting his brain. Let's take advice from the guy who eats hot soup with a plastic fork and opens his Coke with a metal spoon. Oh, Jaren, please teach me your ways. I need to learn from you.
Clockwise, meaning if you're sitting in the middle of the sun, you know, the sun's going around you, it goes from right to left, which from above is like counterclockwise. Whereas in the north, it goes clockwise around you, meaning from left to right. So it's completely the opposite. And we have footages from both regions showing like authentic clouds. Like it's not, because if you reversed it, like, you know, birds would be flying backwards or just anything, things like that, you know, even though there's no birds in Antarctica, but you can't just.
But you can mirror it. It was actually a video from guys that also did with the volume though, and they were playing around with the sun and the sunset going from east to west, and just as they said play, they realized it was going from west to east, not east to west. And and because the camera was panning a certain way, nobody realized it, but the sun was going the opposite direction.
I think I've seen that. Yeah,
Mm.
it's weird.
Reverse footage like that, like it's completely going the opposite way.
You could easily flip it. You wouldn't know unless you figured out who the people that went and you compared their right side of their face from their left and be like, oh, their left is on their right.
Well, I did
yesterday in which he surpassed even Dean Odle for most unlikely possible TFE refutation. I thought that Dean Odle's Satan turned into the sun and went backwards was far-fetched, but
don't say Satan turned into the sun, you dipshit. You said he can control the weather.
Yep.
So that's how far Jaren listens, guys. But then again, he thinks you can get an elevation angle off of a pencil. So what do you expect?
Shrink them down really small, put them on a pencil, and see if you can get an elevation angle off of it. Honey, I shrunk Jaren.
No, that one at least I can give Dean Odle credit. Like Satan probably has the capability to become the sun and go backwards in the sky. However, Dave Weiss thinks that whoever they are, and you tell me what you guys think of this video. Now, tell me as researchers, as actual people who think they can look into anything, is this video worth even sending to me in the least bit? Let's watch.
But I wasn't even meaning to. I was just going back and forth with it. It's from,
here we go.
on the left is from Geo's, well, not Geo's skydiving, but from the video that he says is the only other video that we've been able to find of 24-hour sun footage from the south. And only some of it can we really even use because it does this like weird circle thing through most of it or whatever. But I wasn't even meaning to. I was just going back and forth with it, and I'm like, oh look, the sun is moving the opposite direction, and he said that it couldn't be done, and I'm accidentally debunking it just while looking at this. But you can see the sky itself does look like it's so much darker at the top. The sun's so much smaller. This is only maybe a couple weeks apart from each other. They were there around the same time at the same place, so there are differences even in this footage.
That's odd.
Okay.
That's odd. There's definitely differences.
Mm-hmm.
Same place, around the same time. Sky looks different. Sun looks different. Even I don't know if you realize that even the texture of the stone looks different.
Mm-hmm.
It's really odd.
From on the left is
probably the worst video ever made, and Vika puts this out as like a short. Like, guys, we have lost our freaking minds. What are you doing? This girl just said, oh, I was watching this video, and because I could play it backwards and forward, you can watch. She's rewinding it and playing it forward, right? See how she's rewinding it, then playing it forward. So she says, oh, and they say that the sun can't go the other way, and I just debunked that by doing this. She didn't. She's joking. She is joking. She's not saying the sun went backwards. Listen again. Where does she say the sun went backwards? She's joking.
It does this like weird circle thing through most of it or whatever. But I wasn't even meaning to. I was just going back and forth with it, and
I was just going back and forth with it.
I'm like, oh look, the sun is moving the opposite direction, and he said that it couldn't be done, and I'm accidentally debunking it just while looking at this.
Oh yeah, she's accidentally debunking it by looking at this because she's rewinding it and playing it forward. Okay, so that's one thing. So I go back to the guy who sent me this video. I'm like, that's the worst video ever made. Why did you send that to me? He's like, oh, I just want your opinion of it. I'm like, opinion of what? He's like, the sun's going backwards. I'm like, no, it's not. Go watch the video again. Do not send that to me ever again. Then he goes back. Before he goes back, he's like, well, what about the sky being different colors?
Baby.
I'm like, do you know what the camera settings were? How can somebody who thinks that they can research things look at two videos and say the sky looks different and therefore there's a problem? Is it
maybe because it's not just the sky that looks different, practically everything looks different?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got a question. Why did he call her that girl? He knows who that is.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to play how can I? What's that word? He's playing it safe. He's trying to make it seem like he's got, he doesn't know the person, so he can just play reasonable doubt.
That ain't
And
working.
then later on, say, "Oh, I didn't realize it was you."
She obviously struck a chord, struck a nerve, and that's why he has to make this.
Mm-hmm.
Try to debunk it.
It's cookies.
The same exact camera? Well, then one of them has the settings wrong or different.
Settings.
Hello? We don't have the ability to say that? We don't have the ability to know that. You have to send it to me. Then I said,
"Sorry, does settings on a camera change position of a sun?"
No.
Oh, Rusted Souls in the chat.
It does when
Hey,
you
Rusted, good to
programs.
see you. Going through your awesome response to
Been
Jared.
in chat ages.
Oh man,
It's a good point though, regarding distance from one camp to other and mileage and effect on how many degrees elevation.
Mm-hmm.
does that not make sense? He's like, yeah, well, what about the other thing? I said, what other thing? He said, the sun.
That is a huge difference amount of elevation if they're trying to claim 1.5 kilometers apart. 1.5 kilometers apart on a globe, you shouldn't see any difference at all in elevation of the sun.
No.
Sun is a different size. I said, it's the same thing I just told you. How do you know the settings of the camera? Oh, I don't know.
Hey, Jesus,
Dude.
what's up, man? Good to see you.
I mean, we are faltering. This is
Oh,
the
Dave.
lowest level of debunking, of inquiry that I've ever seen. And it's embarrassing. And he solidified my decision to get out of the flat earth. I will not be part of people who think that they have the ability to debunk scientists when they think that because the sun is a different size in a video that it's something that they need.
Debunk scientists. What scientists?
He's projecting. He's doing he's doing exactly to us what he used to do to them, and they would say that back to him.
Yeah.
He's repeating the words that he's heard people say to him in the past. It's projection.
Did you like cheese with
The
that
same
line?
scientists that he used to try and talk about as well, the same scientists he didn't trust in the past. That them same scientists, I think.
Didn't he say they were scientism? It was a religion. That was what his big claim was for the longest time. He's like, it's scientism. You can't trust them, But now,
there is such a thing as scientism. It's what they push. All Earthers are scientisms because they believe, or scientismists because they believe, or they push pseudoscience. They don't push science. They claim it's science, but it's pseudoscience. That's what the problem is with science is. The misrepresentation of science is heliocentrism.
I agree completely.
Exactly. Yeah, Jaren loves scientists now. That's what I was saying. The same scientists that he used to say that were pseudoscientists, the exact same scientists.
He's just on here whining.
It won't be long before Jaren says the moon landings were real. It won't be long.
Listen, these guys are getting really, really desperate.
I think so.
They really are, and venomous.
Yeah,
more venomous than before. Even
their tones have completely changed.
Yeah,
it's a shame to watch this happen, though. I don't like it. Not that I knew it was coming, but yeah.
I'm going to make a prediction. I reckon Rancy's going to turn back up on the scene again, and he's going to be best buddies with Jaren.
Oh, most likely. Already, Brenda's like got a crush on Jaren now. She's like, oh,
I reckon
Jaren.
Rancy. I think Rancy will turn up and he'll be pregnant with Jaren's love child. That's what's going to happen.
It's an alien baby.
I want to have your butt, baby.
What's going to pop out of 24-hour sun?
Okay. Let's go and listen to a response because it gets better.
Need to bring to my attention. Go take any two cameras outside and film the sun. It will be different. Do you understand?
I think what they meant.
If you
when they were
rewind
saying-
videotape.
I think what they meant when they were saying that they're going to film 24-hour sun. It's like I'm going to film 24-hour sun.
Well, is it just me, or does the sun and the footage on the left look much lower in the sky than the one on the right?
Camera does not cause elevation change of an object.
That's the first thing I notice. Not to mention the color of the sky, and the texture of the snow. How did that all get different?
Look, you can have the color can change a bit with ISO, so you can have the amount of light coming into the sensor, but it won't be that much difference at all. That's night and day. When you look at the sun on the right, okay, even if the exposure, because exposure is correct, you're not having overexposure anywhere. Same with the left. There's no overexposure or underexposure anywhere. So the exposure is correct. Their settings are correct. The sky is not doing what it's supposed to be doing on both. One's right, one's not. Out of experience with me, the one on the left looks more realistic. Because I've never really seen the sun be in the sky and the light of the sky stays exactly the same. If I see the sun more to the east, it's darker in the west. If I see the sun more to the west, it's darker in the east. This doesn't make sense.
That's not the sun going backwards. That's you rewinding it. When one sky is dark and one sky is bright, that is because of the settings of the camera.
There he goes.
These things need to be thought of not by me. You need to be able to figure them out. And like I said, this person's a friend. This person should be way above this level. This video is...
now he does know who she is. But a few minutes ago, he said he doesn't know who she is.
That girl.
Yeah. Weird. Very weird.
Trash, let alone be brought to my attention. It's trash. Vika made a trash video. It has no right to... It has no reason to be on the internet. There's no reason for this video to exist. It's wrong. It's bringing up things that aren't even relevant.
Oh, yeah, I just want to bring up something quickly. Sogs told me to look this up quickly, so I brought it up quickly. Real-time cloud steps with volumetric ray matching. This is what it does, guys. It makes the lighting correct for the light source. And that's what it gives all the lighting. You'll see it gives all the code. And what it specifically does is, see, it gives the angles of the lights and the reflections and everything. So how you observe it makes it realistic. And that's in real time as well. So you see there it's got it assembled, there it's not. Look at the difference. Makes it realistic.
Mm-hmm.
So that's practically, all they needed to do. That's why they can have shadows and things working in real time with Unreal Engine, because it's just ray tracing.
I gotta get that Unreal Engine. Sounds cool.
But they have
free, you can get it.
because we didn't see the shadows from the clouds, so they just overlook it.
Yeah, if you want to get Unreal Engine, guys, just download Epic Games, and then it's an app, and then you can download Unreal Engine from Epic Games. It's the only way you're gonna get it. But it works. Unreal Engine is free, so you'll be fine.
Can I ask a really obvious question? I don't mean to sound like a retard, but I'm going to ask. Unreal Engine, is that the same Unreal Engine that you used to be able to play that game?
Yes.
What was that? Something Unreal Tournament? Is that
Unreal Tournament? Yeah, they're the developers of Unreal. Yeah. So
I used to play that.
That is an awesome game.
I used to play that game.
The music on that is awesome as well. The music makes that game better than what it really is.
Yeah, I preferred Quake back in the days.
My engine's not that unreal, though. I wish it were. I have clouds back here, sunset, and some
I'm glad you asked that, because I was thinking the same thing.
Well, have you been watching Heath Carmody?
And I see on the screen that they're promoting pornography because I see that the ants having sex behind your head.
Oh, they are.
So have you guys been watching Heath Carmody lately?
I don't know who he is.
He usually does all his 3D modeling in Unreal Engine. So,
well, then if he's doing that to model, then surely you could replicate it the way that they did. Just go and replicate it where he's standing in his front drive, as long as he's got somewhere to see the horizon, and then he could put in a sun going upside down, doing twirlies, doing anything he wants, right?
Yeah, the thing is, you can create any environment you want to in Unreal Engine.
So then why doesn't he just go get a 24-hour sun in his back garden and go on, and guys, prove how this is not what you've done? Because that's all he needs to do there. Because if he can replicate it in his own back garden, then it's game over for them, isn't it? Because that's it.
Yeah. You see, he's the one that did that replicated it on where he laid it in Unreal Engine, and he even replicated the drone footage using presets of the mountains. So, see, he laid it over. So this is in Unreal Engine. All he did was lay over the.
I got you.
He got the presets, put in the footage from the 360, and laid it in on top of each other, and then took it with the sun's movement, how it would be on the Earth or a globe Earth, and it just follows what he said.
Cheers.
Good job.
Someone just opened the pint, I think.
So yeah, I do shout out this guy. He really does do some cool stuff.
And put his link back here. I'll sub to him.
Yeah, I'll stick it in. Because what he usually does is he's known for comparing the globe. He takes the globe and then he takes the flat Earth and he puts observation in and he says he compares the two. What will be with what?
Yeah, the problem with doing that though is I've seen ball earthers like I don't know Miles Delia Davis. He used to do shit like that and go, "Well, I've done my predictions and this is what it would look like if the Earth were flat, and this is what it looks. And as we can see, this is exactly what we see." It's like, oh, that Texas sharpshooter fallacy doesn't work with me on either side because there's more variables that go into this what we see at the horizon or around us than what the visualizations that either side can actually do. There's more factors.
Yeah. You have to take all of it with scrutiny. So PJ, you actually think it's claymation? Stop motion?
Yeah, claymation, absolutely. Aye, absolutely. They could do all that with claymation.
You ever seen a series called Davy and Goliath? They had a claymation series when I was younger. This boy and his dog.
I remember that.
Oh God, what was that? It was Davy and Goliath.
Yeah.
What it? Yeah. That dog would always go, "Oh, Davy."
Yes, that's
yeah,
the one.
I remember.
They did an adult version called Moral Orel. It's about this. Yeah, it was on Adult Swim. It was. Dad was Satan and God in one.
Yeah, it was a really huge Christian mocking show.
Oh yeah. Dad was an alcoholic who beat him and read him the Bible at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It was a sick show. There's a lot of sick brain people associated with a lot of that shit too. We see Seth Green, the robot chicken guy. We know about him now.
Yeah.
You know, come on.
Hollywood.
Yeah, Hollywood, Babylon. Yeah. You know, it's always been that way. My mom had this book, shit, when I was a kid, that talked about all the shit that went on in Hollywood, and the name of the book was Hollywood Babylon. And on the cover was a picture of Jane Mansfield, you know, the very last picture ever of her alive.
Yeah.
Hollywood
Shame, man.
Babylon.
Mhm.
This is like heliocentrism Babylon, isn't it?
Well, yeah. We have an exemplification of all 7 of the deadly sins. It's pushed at us constantly every day, promoted,
Definitely.
profited upon.
Do you know what? I always have the view that in this topic, I've said it to Flatzoid, I've said it to PJ, like, we don't need to take this into the Bible realm for it to be true. Like, I don't like I mean, I can tolerate it, but I certainly wouldn't push it, and I don't think we should push it. But it's really hard to ignore, isn't it? It's like, it is biblical. It's not the spinny water ball in a vacuum, but it doesn't mean I'm comfortable saying it, because it is that. It's like that saying, isn't it? Like, at the start of a pint of science, you'll be an atheist, but at the bottom there's a big pair of eyes looking back at you, and that's really what it is.
Yeah.
It's definitely introspection.
That's a
and
credit to Busted Soul on YouTube. Oh, yeah, I'll give a lot of credit. Vika, she was joking, as she clearly said in her laughing. She's like, and I debunked it because look, you said it couldn't be done, and here I am doing it.
Sorry?
Did he just mispronounce the name on purpose? Did he
Yeah,
just call
yeah.
it Busted
Busted
Soul?
Soul,
yeah.
That's
Busted.
like, that's an
Instead of
insult.
rusted.
On purpose, a little shit.
Crazy.
It's a joke. She's not saying the sun's going backwards. Okay? It's not saying the sun's going backwards. Okay? Moses says, Jaron, does your observations of boats not going over the horizon just disappear and thus racket observation, or you are just picking your facts now? No, I need to relook at everything. Everything that we do, but that's not the same as this video. That's not the same as this video.
Well, I find that very hypocritical. I need to look at everything again that we do, but anything that has to do with TFE, I don't want to look at. Why?
Guilt.
Hmm.
Guilt. It's because it's a betrayal. It's like, you've seen the series Traitors, right? If you've not seen the the series called Traitors, you won't get this. But if you have, you'll get what I'm getting at. Jaren has just realised that the whole world has recognised that he's a traitor, and he's trying to double down on not being a traitor. So what he's doing is he's doing the overt opposite. So he's doing what he's doing is basically guilt. That's what literally. But if you realise, he is a traitor.
Well, he wouldn't realize it had to come eventually because he was a plant. So.
What kind of
But
plant?
it's been there
Like
a long time, though, right?
a shrub or a tree?
You know,
Poison ivy. Poison ivy.
Do you know, it's really wrong to like gloat over somebody's demise, but I really feel as though Bob's death and the fact that he still pushed on with the nonsense about Ether, all this now justifies his behavior in the past, and he deserves it. Jaren, you are a traitor. For you, the game is over. Goodbye.
You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
I liked that show when it was up.
You're fired.
Anybody make the boat jokingly go behind the curve? And then I said, that's not actually going behind the curve. And they're like, it's a joke. This was a joke. She's joking. And then it has to do with camera settings. Guess what? It's not camera settings setting boats behind horizons. So get your stuff together. There's a
How do
big
you go
difference.
behind the horizon?
I told you
That's
that
my
I
question.
had a mental block that was
I know.
Obviously, don't know what an horizon is.
I want to write a book.
He must have forgot. He must have forgot.
Yeah.
what horizon is.
No. Even when he was a flat
The
earther,
final
he still
experiment
got-
in chat. Final experiment. Duffy's in chat.
Oh God.
Oh, Duffy.
why should I be a glober, Duffy? Shouldn't you be hanging up your pastoral job?
Yes.
Because you're definitely not a pastor. Because
You're definitely not a
you don't
pastor.
preach. You don't preach biblical scripture. So obviously,
He's a
you're
traitor.
not a pastor.
He's a traitor to fellow man. That's what Duffy
He
is.
doesn't teach biblical
We
anything.
know. Do you know what, Duffy? It must really piss you off that we don't literally care anything about what you and McToon have done. We're more interested in whether or not Jaren and Austin were dishonest, or whether or not they might have been fooled. And if they were fooled, should we give them a pass? But literally no one believes a word you guys talk about it, because you believe that it's okay. There's nothing morally or ethically wrong with deceiving each other. Yeah, so we've got to ask the question, well,
Whoa,
are you
whoa, whoa, whoa.
deceiving us here?
I'm gonna give him an email to come in because now he's making shit up. I said the South Celestial Pole will prove the globe. Keep your word.
When
No,
did you say
no,
that?
I've never said that.
No.
Oh
No,
my
I've never
goodness.
said that.
Let's be really clear.
It's okay. It's okay for him to say that because lies and deception's fine. You know.
So
You
you
can
know
get
what,
away with
Duffy?
it, yeah.
Duffy, I'm emailing you. You know, like you should have done to me. I'm emailing you the link. You
don't
are
need to email
formally
him.
invited to come and present your lies.
No, Flatzoid, do to him what he did to you. Go and plant it in some Sean Hawkins video that no one ever watches. Plant it in there and tell him that he's got the link. Why is he not joining?
Come. Yeah, come tell
You're a
everybody
fraud.
what I said. Come.
You're a fraud. That's what you are. Sophie. You're a fraud.
Hey, there's still like an issue that I have with this whole thing. The sun, the way it went overhead and everything like that, it still did not do the motions that it should have done. Basically, from where they were actually located, the sun did not do the things that it should have
It was
done.
Yeah,
if it was a
supposed
globe,
to
and
go
that's the
more-
point.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should have gone up and down in the horizon, and it didn't. Like I think it was you think that did that video showing where the sun would actually be physically, and it didn't do anything like that.
But didn't they say the excuse was because it was 360 footage and because they made it
No.
flat together merged? That's why it doesn't look that way.
That's a load of garbage. That's just a cop out. But the other thing too is like when they're in Punta Arenas, the sun didn't do what it should have done there when they were there.
Hang on a
Because
minute.
like I live in the I used to live really far north, and I used to travel all the way up into the Arctic Circle. And I'll tell you right now, the sun up there stays up for however many days it does. But the thing is the way I saw it there. I wasn't like right at the North Pole. I was like further south of it, and I was a fair distance away. And the sun didn't do the things that it did that I saw. Like when I saw the 24-hour sun, it was not like that at all, not even close. And
Yeah, but it looks
when they were in
different.
Punta Arenas, they should have seen the same darn thing, and they didn't. It actually got dark there. That's where I'm going. Okay, right there. They proved it right there when they filmed it.
Oh, there he is.
Hey guys,
Hi,
I don't.
Mr. Coffee. How's it going?
Good. I don't have a lot of time, but I wanted to jump in here because you said a south celestial pole would show the globe.
Evidence,
No, I
please.
never said that.
Evidence,
Yeah, you
please.
did.
Evidence,
No,
please.
Show it.
Let's see where he said that. Let's see it.
How do I give you the link?
Show it.
Send it to it or just share screen.
You can share screen.
And that assumes that the evidence that's presented is legitimate, bona fide, and truthful, right? That statement. And that's really the question here, Duffy. It's not about whether the sun does that. It's whether or not you guys have faked it and how did you do it?
I'm gonna quickly call out something. The 9th commandment.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, if I
you have a
share my
comprehension issue with
screen,
the Bible? And
if
and
I
how
share my
you-
screen, will you hear the audio?
Yes, we should. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, 1 second. You guys should know me by now. I always bring receipts.
Yeah, fake receipts.
Hey, speaking of receipts, do you have anything showing stuff that you were doing or anything else like that for those extra time that you spent in Coitus Awareness because you leave a day early? Did you get compensated for the day you lost out on? And how do you justify those other people coming in and getting a whole free day out of it?
Okay, you guys ready?
Let's go.
We're ready.
Here we go.
Antarctica.
But wouldn't that show a globe then if they had to show both celestial poles by standing underneath it on the GP? And no one shows that. Your globe's false because you're not able to show two actual celestial poles from the GPs on the ground. Well, Duffy, if you guys do go, that should be in the homework you guys should do.
Yeah.
Try and get the South Celestial Pole above you.
Pretty clear.
Okay, and that's not what you said. I said.
That's not what you said.
That's lying.
That's not exactly.
Okay.
You
Hey,
said
guys,
that he
one
said that
person-
he would accept
needs to talk at a time.
Who's making all that
What
noise?
is that?
The fuck was that?
Grinding copy.
Okay, Flatzoid, you said that both celestial poles in north and at south would show the globe.
No, he didn't. Play it again.
No, I didn't. Play it back. Maybe you want to hear what you did. You just told me that I would be a glober.
No, I didn't. I said
You
said
told us
it
that he
showed the
admitted
globe.
that if it showed it, then he would accept the globe, and that's not what you showed.
Never said that.
Okay, listen carefully, everyone. Here we go.
Globe, then.
Hold on.
They had to show
me to try and capture it on camera during our trip to Antarctica.
But wouldn't that show a globe then if they had to show both celestial poles by standing underneath it on the GP?
Yeah,
There
that's
you
a
go.
question. That's a question.
Okay, that's
right?
a
Your
question.
claim-
I'm saying
Hold on. What
Your
are
claim-
you saying in that clip would show the globe?
Celestial.
it fits what you claim. That's what I'm saying.
Can I just point something out? Duffy, when you were speaking to Bro Sanchez, and he quoted you saying something, and you said, well, that's not exactly how it was meant to be worded, yeah? So, you're going to have to give that's a bit of slack on that as well.
No.
Well,
The claim
this
was
is not even misrepresentation. This is literally just lying about what I said.
Yeah,
Okay,
Duffy
tell me
said-
right now, so I don't have an excuse. Tell me right now with your own mouth what you said in that clip. What were you saying?
No, hang on. The claim was, Duffy, that Flatzoid said that if the 24-hour sun was real, then he would accept that the Earth was a globe. That was what you said. And
No,
I said,
I didn't.
please. And what you presented did not say what you said it said.
Whoever's talking is not a good listener, so I think you should stop talking. I never said
That
the
is what you
24-hour
said.
sun.
We even
No, I
got
didn't.
on
I
screen.
said,
You did.
go
comment.
read my
Don't tell me I
comments.
didn't listen. I listened exactly
You didn't
what you said.
listen. I said
did
the
listen.
South Celestial Pole. Go read my comment. I said the South Celestial Pole.
Right, I'm gonna go and get the soundbite, and we're gonna play the soundbite.
There we
of what
go.
you said,
There you
and
go.
then we're gonna compare
Thank
it.
you.
Couldn't
Thank you. I didn't
Flatzoid
say
be
the
a glober by
24-hour
now?
sun.
He said a South Celestial Pole would prove the globe.
That's right.
No,
That's what he said.
You did.
no,
Where?
not prove the globe.
I don't
never
think so.
said
We are hearing the same thing.
Not hearing what you're hearing.
I never said it will prove the globe.
Okay, so
Listen again.
Okay, here we go. Listen carefully. Tell me what you're saying here.
Capture it on camera during our trip to Antarctica.
But wouldn't that show a globe then if they had to show both celestial poles by standing underneath it on the GP? So
What would-
show a globe then, not prove it.
Oh, okay, fine. I'll change the word from prove to show. Didn't we show a globe by showing
No,
the
you
South
didn't,
Celestial
because
Pole?
you haven't proved that you didn't fake the sun.
You
No,
didn't
no,
show
no.
a
We're not
celestial
talking about the
pole
sun.
either.
We're talking about the South
What
Celestial Pole.
celestial
Did you
pole
show
did
the
you
South?
show?
Wait, did you show the South Celestial Pole?
Yes.
Where?
You didn't.
Where?
Okay,
Show it.
Listen. It's on this video. MC Toon captured it. Dave McKeegan
Oh,
captured
well,
it,
there
and
you
I
go.
captured it. We all captured it on our cameras.
Did you
So-
do that on the 18th? What did you do all day on the 18th? All that time extra that you spent going to Serenus. How come there's no accountability for that?
Hey, David, you're next because you said that something would prove the globe, and we got that too. So you're
Yeah,
the next.
and I
you're the
said,
next
wait,
one.
we haven't got past this yet. Wait,
hey,
wait.
you little deceitful fucking demon. Let me tell you something else
no.
too. Hey, no,
We
you
haven't-
listen to me, young man. Let me tell you something. Later, I actually said, no, as I've been thinking about this, it's not going to throw away all the rest of the mountains of evidence. So, no, it's
Changed
not
his
going
mind,
to prove
yeah.
that. So don't
Okay,
think
so-
you got some kind. Listen, you little worthless
One little tiny
timeshare
soundbite
salesman.
You're
Okay?
so.
I got you pegged. I know what you are. I can see you for
Hey,
what you are. Okay.
I wanna know what
No,
You're
no,
the
shut
same
up a
person
minute.
that
I'm
takes
talking.
one little piece of
Stop.
scripture and think that's the
Stop.
doctrine truth and don't even go before it and after it and take the whole thing in context.
Okay,
That's your problem.
All right, stop. Here's the thing, you little deceitful demon. I can see you exactly for what you are. Don't think you got some kind of a gotcha when you don't. What's
I
with
do.
your account? What did you do all day of the 18th that there's no accountability for of anybody in Punta Arenas? Nothing at all. Was that studio day?
Okay, so listen. Flatzoid said the South Celestial Pole would show the
You don't want
globe.
to talk about it, do you?
You said that if
Now
the
he's ignoring
sun
yourself.
rises to
Literally
the
ignoring it.
southeast, we definitely live on a globe. That's your exact word.
No.
Yes, that's
Where
David's
did he say
word.
definitely?
He said he looked at
I
it
feel
further and he
deceitful.
thought this will not prove it. You're being
Okay.
deceitful as we're sitting
No,
right now.
listen, I'm not
And you
being
just
deceitful.
literally lied about what I said. You bore false witness about me.
It's okay
and
to lie.
I would
It's
like
okay
an
to lie,
apology.
lads. It's okay to lie.
Okay, okay, Flatzoid, how did I bear false witness against you?
You told me I said it will prove a globe. I said no, it wouldn't.
Okay,
you didn't
sorry.
show a celestial pole that you said you showed.
Yes,
I haven't
we did.
seen
It's in
it.
the video,
No,
he
you
says.
didn't. You didn't even prove that you actually showed the sun as you claimed.
Okay, so what would you accept? Because we've already done it. What would you accept?
We're not
that
accepting
we-
anything, dude.
That we captured the South Celestial Pole.
Hey, by the way, they're still using the azimuthal equidistant map. You didn't change a thing, bro.
Hold on. This is important, Flatzoid. You challenged me to capture the South Celestial Pole. We did
Were
it.
you? Not, were you wait?
Three
were
of
you?
us captured
Were
it.
you? Were you directly underneath it?
No, that would be impossible.
That's what I said.
How is it impossible?
Maybe you should
Flatzoid.
listen again what it said. I
So
said you should
Flatzoid.
be directly underneath it. Did I not say that, guys?
Hey, Flatzoid. That shows your ignorance. Because
No,
if
no, no,
there's-
no. This
if
shows
there's
your
a-
dishonesty
No,
because
it
you're
doesn't.
making shit up. No, no.
Flatzoid.
I'm telling you now. There is no such thing as a South Celestial Pole. There is a point that they call based on Sigma Octantis, which they claim is a celestial pole. There is no celestial pole, actually. That is the
Okay.
thing. Now, I'd asked you, did you go and be directly under the South Pole like I said you should do? The answer is no. So
Okay,
you
so
didn't do
Flatzoid.
what I asked to do. So therefore,
Flatzoid.
you are once again being deceptive.
No,
Well done.
Flatzoid. This shows your ignorance of the globe.
Not my ignorance.
You
You're a
should
liar.
know. You should
You're
know.
a liar. Will you play
that
again what I said, please?
You
Make
should
sure
know.
everybody listens.
Look on Skype. I've sent you the clip of him, what he actually said when he came in, and we can see was he being truthful.
Flatzoid.
He wasn't being
You should know that if there's a 24-hour sun at the South Pole,
There isn't.
You can't.
There isn't.
There isn't.
Well, yeah, we
And
captured
Duffy, why did you
that
promote?
too.
Why did you promote my
You haven't shown one. You haven't
GoFundMe?
shown one.
Hey guys,
You never answered me back, dude. You
Just
never
so you
did.
guys know, this is actually helping end flat Earth. Is flat Earth?
You know,
denying.
I thought so. You
Oh,
always
delusional.
wait,
That's a delusional statement.
wait.
Delusional.
That just
claiming,
as far as you claiming anybody having ignorance on the globe, you're ignorant on the globe because anytime you've been asked anything about it, you go, I don't know, and you do your little
Okay,
smiling Bob routine.
I just want to
What
play
did you
something.
do on the 18th, Duffy?
I just want to play
Duffy.
something where Duffy just showed lying again, guys. Well done.
Good. I don't have a lot of time, but I wanted to jump in here because you said a South Celestial Pole would show the globe.
Evan,
no,
no,
I
I
never
never
said
said that.
Evan,
Never
A
said
South
we'll show the globe.
Celestial Pole would prove globe. Now, the video that you presented did not say that, Duffy. That's a lie. Play the video that you relied on to prove that point again, please.
Sorry, what are you asking me?
To play the video again, because you came in and said that Flatzoid said that if there was a South Celestial Pole, it would prove globe. And then you played a video and it did not prove that Flatzoid said that. You're a liar. Play the video again.
No. Listen, this is important.
Yes.
Okay, so hold on. I'm willing to admit when I'm wrong. Okay, so Flatzoid, did you actually say that if someone could capture the South Celestial Pole from the GP, that would show the globe?
Can I just point out?
No. This is misrepresentation. What I
did
was
you
saying
say?
is,
Why is this so hard?
what I was saying is, because a globe makes a claim about two celestial poles, to make it show evidence, you would need to go to the South Celestial Pole and stand underneath it. There is no such thing as a South Celestial Pole. That's why they have arbitrarily gave it to Sigma Octantis, because that's the more or less central point where the stars seem to go around. That doesn't make it prove a globe. That doesn't make it seem anything other than, did you do what I asked you to do? The answer is no, because you did not go directly under the pole, as I stated.
And can I just
So
point out?
you're lying about me and misrepresenting what I said. That's called
Flatzoid.
deception. That's called bearing false witness.
Where did you take that?
If someone stands under the South Celestial Pole,
which doesn't exist.
Okay,
Just 1 minute. Where did you
hold
take
on,
that?
That's
footage,
your
Duffy?
claim. So let's test your claim.
Just 1 minute. 1 minute.
If someone
1 minute.
thinks you're wrong and they stand under the GP of the South Celestial Pole and they film it, does that refute you?
It then shows there's a celestial pole. That's all that it will show.
Okay, it shows a South Celestial Pole, right?
Doesn't prove globe though.
Doesn't
Uh,
prove a globe.
Okay, so hold on. The exact phrase that Flatzoid used in the clip, which I can replay, is he said that would show the globe.
That was question mark.
Again, the
How you
context
cannot
was
understand the
the
words,
globe
man?
made a claim. That would be evidence, not it proves a globe. Do you know
Okay,
how
great.
evidence works?
Yes. Okay, great. So it would be evidence of a globe, and it would be evidence against
Or a
flat
globe.
Earth.
Well, let me ask you a question. Did you see my latest observation where the sun was 4 degrees off?
Flat.
No, I didn't.
I did an observation this December, the 25th, where I showed the sun at 122 degrees southeast and not 118 as the globe predicts. That's an observation. What does that tell about your globe's predictions?
I don't know. I'd have to look at it. I don't know what you did, but I can tell you right now.
But is that evidence? Is that evidence for a flat Earth, or is that
I-
evidence that the globe's false?
I don't know. I know nothing about it. I can tell you right now that something being an angle being slightly off would not refute the globe, but something
yes, it is.
something as massive as a south celestial pole
Yeah,
that
which you didn't
rotates
prove.
in the opposite direction as the north celestial pole is impossible on a flat Earth, which is why you
Okay,
don't want to talk about it.
What is the south
Not
celestial pole?
you keep saying
The-
things are impossible on a flat Earth when you don't actually know.
Yes, I do.
That's your problem. No, you don't.
Yes,
you
I
think
do.
you know.
No,
Listen.
listen.
Yeah, but you
The
still believe
reason-
gravity's a force, though, Duffy, don't you?
The reason Flatzoid is saying there's no south celestial pole is because he knows it's not possible on a flat Earth. If it was possible on a
No,
flat
I
Earth,
never said that.
any
I never
of
said
you
that.
would.
That's
That
a
again
lie.
is a lie. That
That's
again
a
is
lie.
a lie. I never said that.
Okay, great.
It's
Is a
only
south celestial
possible.
pole
It's not even
possible on a
true.
flat Earth? Yes or no?
Yes, of course it is.
Okay, who said that? So we have contradicting answers here. Who said yes?
I said, ask the
Okay,
question
how?
again.
How?
Ask the question again. I might have misheard what you said.
Is a south celestial pole possible on a flat Earth?
A rotation point in the sky is possible, but we wouldn't call it a south celestial pole. We would call it a rotation point.
Okay, hold on a second. Hold on a second. So, a south celestial pole would be visible by everyone far enough south at the exact same time. That does
No, it
not
wouldn't.
work on
That's
a
not
flat
true.
Earth.
That's not true.
No, sorry, you're wrong.
What's not true?
You can't get 3 observers, one in South America, one in Africa, and one in Australia, looking south at the same time. One of them is always during the day.
Okay, so that's false. And if I here, whoever you, what's your name?
Doesn't matter. Name's irrelevant. Deal with the
Okay,
point.
okay. Listen.
Duffy, wait.
No,
he's
I
right.
need a
Because
receipt.
time zones are a thing.
No. I need a receipt. If
don't
need a receipt, you need a receipt.
If I can show you that, will you admit you're wrong about flat Earth and that the globe?
Well,
is
not
flat?
coming from you because you're not exactly reliable. You're like Austin and Jaren.
Hold on. I want to make sure I'm not wasting my time. I can give you exactly what you just said is not possible. So would
Well, go
you
on, then
admit
show it.
would you
Show
admit
it.
flat Earth is false?
So you're going to what you're going to show is going to be 3 observers, and it's going to be in the winter, so our winter solstice, their summer, and you're going to show that they, or whichever way around it is.
Wait.
And then you're going to hang on, and then you're going to demand that you know which direction south's that. Then we're going to argue about declination and did you account for it or not? And I'll say that it doesn't even exist. And then I'll say at the end of it, you can't prove that they're even looking in the same direction because you haven't got a reference.
Okay, so you're already backing away from your claim.
No,
which is awesome.
No, I'm not. You're wasting your time because you don't understand the argument. I'm wasting my time
You just
trying to
said-
explain to you
you
the
just
problem
changed
you're
your
going to have.
mind.
You know what?
in
Wait,
30
let's do it
seconds.
this way. Let's do it this way, Duffy. Can you prove to us it was taken exactly the same time,
Yes.
pointing exactly south?
Yes.
Can
Liar.
you do that? Can you show it, please?
Prove the south bit. How are you going to prove south?
Okay, so if you guys are taking a position that you can't prove south, then that's fine. You guys
No,
are.
no, we don't
no,
worry about it. Just show it to us so we can
No,
see.
no, no.
You said you can prove they pointed exactly south.
All-
and
listen.
You can prove they pointed, they
prove
took it
south,
exactly the same time.
You
Go
guys.
ahead. There's not time zones.
Now we need
Hey,
a receipt.
guys,
Like you
wait.
said.
I'm not going to waste my time.
You just said you're going to provide it. Go ahead. Wait.
No. I didn't say I could provide it right now.
You just
I'm
did.
trying. No. This would have to happen in
Time
the
to
summer.
render it.
This
It
would have to happen in the summer.
You would also have to prove
I'm
south.
looking for receipts
Duffy,
for my
Duffy.
next
Listen, here's your receipt.
experiment.
Yes, I gotta
Listen.
go. I'll see you
Whoa,
later.
whoa, you didn't even have an experiment
I'm
to begin
looking
with.
for receipts for my next experiment. So I
You
want
didn't
you
even have an
guys.
experiment to begin with.
That's okay. That's fine. I want you guys to tell me what would falsify flat Earth and what would prove the globe.
Oh, this wouldn't even falsify flat Earth, but listen,
Okay,
here's
I
your
did-
receipt.
I got
Here's
you
your
right
receipt.
here. I got you right here. You were already invited up to Lucky Haskins' cottage. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So if you
Duffy,
could
here's your
find,
receipt.
listen to me. If you could find measurable convexity. In fact, if you could find measurable convexity, and you don't even need a long distance, and at least 3 separate locations, because we're doing an experiment, show that there's measurable convexity 360 degrees around a single point from 3 different locations. This could be done on a frozen body of water using
No,
a
it can't.
listen, yes, it can.
Water
Yes, it can.
expands when it freezes. You're wrong.
Yeah, not enough at the same rate of the Earth, though. The curvature of the Earth.
Yeah. So it has, remember, consistent with the radius value given for the Earth. Okay.
Irrelevant.
So no, it's not irrelevant at all.
Oh my God, you're an idiot.
Not irrelevant at all.
It is.
And this could
I'm
be
not
done easily.
No.
With a,
But you're-
why do you reject it when you don't
you're
even know it?
You're straw manning me now.
I'm not straw manning you at
It is-
all.
it is a straw man.
Oh,
It is.
that's what would
do.
that's what would prove a globe Earth would be
Wait, we got
measurable convexity consistent with the radius value given for the Earth. That's it.
And we got another one. We got another
You
one.
can't do it. That's why. You know you
Demonstrate
can't.
gas pressure without containment.
Hold on.
Here's your receipt, Duffy. You
Hold
want a
on.
receipt?
Listen, guys.
Duffy, you want a receipt?
Stop. Please define for me measurable convexity.
Okay. Do you know how surveying works?
No.
You don't know how surveying works. Okay. They
Nope.
use a theodolite and a marker pole. And so what you can do is on even a frozen body of water, even the Bolivian salt flats, you can have a marker pole with a guy using it, and you show with that theodolite that there's a measurable dip from a central point consistent with the radius of the Earth. It's that simple. Measurable convexity. You can actually use a laser and do this.
Duffy,
It's
about
not. And it's
Okay,
cost
listen.
a lot less. Now, even another thing, the hold the line experiment would be a good one too. Look into that. You've got all these wealthy benefactors, and this would only be a fraction of what your entire trip and everything else cost.
Duffy, I've got your receipt.
For the record, you guys, I just want you guys to know that you have not explained how a south celestial pole could exist.
I'm trying
on a
to.
flat
I'm
Earth.
trying to.
I'm listening. Go ahead right now. Go.
Right, here's your receipt. So get your record button and get ready to press record. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So obviously you're in the southern hemisphere. You've got 3 guys and you're all looking due south, right? It's gonna. The only time that can happen is in the winter solstice. Northern hemisphere, it's summer solstice, right? The problem that you're gonna have is even if you get the observation, you ain't gonna be able to prove north because you haven't got one reference point that is objective for all 3 observers. They can't validate that the other 2 observers are looking in the same direction without assuming globe.
Okay, so you didn't show how a south celestial pole is possible on a flat Earth.
I don't need to. The claim is that a southern celestial rotation point proves globe. So the receipt that you're looking for is you ain't going to be able to prove south.
Wait,
You're going to assume it because globe.
I want to ask again. You do know there's a difference between evidence for something and proof for something.
Exactly.
So when we take evidence for, let's say, evidence you would claim for your globe or evidence for the flat Earth, you can't just throw all the other evidence away just because you want to claim one thing. Let's say your one thing of evidence doesn't trump the 10 things that your globe is debunked by.
Let me explain.
Wait now. In a matter of evidence and proof, you can agree that the words
Hey,
have
guys.
meaning, yes?
Yes, we can agree. The globe has been proven.
So, in a matter of real meaning of the words,
which is
there
why we had to do the final experiment. You guys
Duffy.
reject the proof.
So,
Duffy, let me explain to you the problem
evidence
is about.
can only point to the proof.
No, sir.
You can
Guys.
accept this evidence as a proof, but there is no 100% proof which will convince everyone. You can accept or not accept because words
Duffy.
have meaning. And I have a question to you. Before you have said that you have destroyed flat Earth, but even today on this stream you have said, and I quote, something similar to "it's helping to destroy flat Earth." So did you destroy flat Earth, or you are going?
Yes.
That's your own words.
Destruction is a process. It doesn't happen
You
instantaneously.
said past tense, destroy.
Okay, wait. I want to ask a question.
No, you
What does
said
the Bible
past tense,
talk about?
destroy
What does the
flat Earth.
Bible? Wait. What does the Bible talk about destruction, Duffy? Is
I
it a
don't
good thing or a bad thing?
It depends.
It's never a good thing.
That's not true.
Is destruction a godly attitude?
It can be, yes.
Really?
Duffy, let me explain to you the problem with north, just so you understand.
I don't have a problem with north.
You will have, but you don't realize it yet because you're ignorant. But this is what will happen when you try and do it. We've tried to do it before and it doesn't work, but you're going to try it and you're going to claim victory.
Can you define north before you talk? Can you define north for me,
Yeah,
please?
this is the point. This is the point because you've got no objective way of working out what
north.
is. So you're going to redefine north to make it work.
No, I can define north.
No, you can't. Well, you can, but when you so define it now and then stick to it when it comes to the test, and it won't be true. So you'll have to change the definition.
No, I won't.
Define north.
North is
We
the
have you
direction.
recorded now. You will not.
North
Okay.
is the direction of the North Pole.
Right, you're not going to know that though because you haven't got a way to establish that.
So I can. People travel north every day. Planes travel north and get to where they're going. It's only flat earthers that don't know how to understand north.
So north is the direction of the North Pole, which when you're in the southern area, it'll be pretty much perpendicular to below your feet, going down in a vertical direction, right?
North is north. It's easy.
So it's going through the floor. It's going down like a pendulum, right?
No.
That's the direction of the North Pole on a globe.
No.
To your feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you're saying is tangential. You're going to go to the horizon, which would be 90 degrees to north.
Can I just say, Duffy, can you stop saying flat earthers don't know that? You don't know what flat earthers know. You don't know what
Yes,
I know.
I
You
do.
know what Southern knows.
No, you do not.
You need to stop.
You guys.
So
here's
what
the
I'd like to
problem.
understand, what I'd like to
I
understand,
can do the
Duffy,
same
is
too. Duffy, you don't know Bible, mate.
I'd
all
like to
I can
understand
say
this.
is-
I'd like to understand this one thing.
exactly.
Why are you so rejecting, Will? Why are you so rejective of just proving measurable convexity consistent with the radius of the Earth?
I
Why
can.
is that why would you reject such a thing? Wouldn't that
I'm not.
absolutely
Hey, stop.
prove it? You go 3 different places.
Stop.
You get consistent measurements that prove convexity consistent with the radius of the Earth, and whammo bammo, or even the hold the line, which both
So
merely a
here's the
fraction
deal.
of what you've been through with this other nonsense looking at the sky.
You guys need to learn something from me, which is that if you want to have success, create an experiment and get the other side to agree that you're not straw manning them, and then do it
Well,
together.
how is that in any way, shape, or form?
So deceive them, yeah.
I'm gonna say,
Trick them into saying what you want.
wait. Remember when we had our debate? You still haven't answered me why you don't understand it's a false dichotomy. I haven't got any response yet about the false dichotomy yet. And you just literally claimed no straw manning. Literally, that's what you've been doing. That's what your TFE is about, straw manning.
Yeah, so here's the deal.
Duffy, I
Here's the
have
deal.
a-
You're never going to get everyone to agree with you, but I got a vast majority of the biggest flat earthers on record saying that a flat earth cannot have a 24-hour sun in Antarctica, that a 24-hour sun would prove the globe. And so I made the experiment for all of them. What you guys need to do is
them?
learn from me.
Whoa.
And if
Who's
you
them?
think there's an experiment that will refute the globe and prove flat earth, create it. Get globers, get a vast majority of the biggest globers to agree with you and do it with you. That will
Okay, let's
work.
do it another way.
Nothing else will work.
Let me clear something up for you.
I want to say something.
Wait. Let me clear something up for you. I'm going to ask you just a few questions and just answer them truthfully. Do you ever measure curve?
Yes.
Okay. Have you ever been able to demonstrate gas pressure without containment?
Yes.
No, you haven't. The liar.
Have you
Liar.
been able to observe Earth's movement?
Yes.
Liar.
There we go. I've made my point.
All right.
Liar.
There's my receipt. There's my receipt. There's my receipt.
Look at his big smile.
You're gonna
He's
show
lying.
us, right? Here's my receipt. So
He is
Duffy,
lying.
you will demonstrate to us gas pressure without containment. You will demonstrate to us measure of curvature, and you will show us an observation of Earth movement. There we go.
That's
There's
right.
your
So, Will, let me ask you something. If you could show, if measurable convexity could be shown as I described, would that be a check for the globe or a check for flat Earth? Which way would that go?
Globe.
Okay, so why are you so resistant to it?
I'm not. I did it. We just
Where?
haven't released it yet.
Or you
It's
did
coming.
it where? How did you do it? Can you
You'll
just
see.
give us a brief summary of how
No.
you did it?
More fake.
Why? Did it involve looking at the sky or actually measuring convexity?
They need to do some more editing
It
first.
involved measuring the ground only.
Okay, all right.
Duffy,
So-
your own words. You just
guys
claim
are
it.
gonna have to
In what
abandon
three?
flat Earth.
In what three different places did you do this in order to make it a?
I'll never abandon God's word. You
we
hear
only
me?
did
I'll
it in
never
two
abandon
places.
God's word, and His word says that He created.
Why is this guy interrupting
this
me?
realm?
I don't know. I'm waiting. I'm trying to get an answer.
So we only did it in two places, and if that's
Okay.
not good enough for you, I can't help you. But Saab, listen, you interviewed me. I don't have time to watch all your guys' shows every day. You interviewed me. You said if the sun rises to the southeast, we definitely live on a globe.
Yeah.
I went and looked at the sun. It rose in the southeast. You should just become a glober.
Okay.
How do we get
So the
southeast?
the next night, I did the next video that I did, where I said, no, I previously thought this, but as I've been weighing out everything in my mind, I've decided that no, that will not determine that the Earth is a globe, because you would have to throw out all the mountains of proofs that it cannot be. The scientifically impossible physical demands that are required to be met in order to even have your globe. Do you realize that your quote unquote model is not a working model at all, just right from its inception, which is what? Helios. Helios. What is Helios? Helios is the sun. You guys believe that the sun is a big gob of somehow helium and hydrogen collected together against gas behavior for no reason whatsoever, and then collapsed in on itself and became nuclear fusion. Dude, that isn't even fucking possible. Okay? So your shit dies right from inception. Not to mention with the Earth itself and the physical impossibilities, as Flatzoid had mentioned, gas pressure without containment. You cannot have a specific volume of gas without containment because of the nature of gas. It does not work. You have to have physical containment. Without it, you don't have any pressure. The pressure you feel is due to your displacement of a confined
Are we ready?
Yeah, we're gonna start loading the mode here in a minute.
Okay.
Are you doing something?
I'll wrap up right now. Yeah.
Like to take a picture.
Okay. Hey, sorry
Just
guys.
enjoy
I have
your
to go.
vacation, man.
Okay, Duffy.
We're looking forward to your
Don't forget the
demonstration.
soundbite for North.
Duffy, please check the link, which is in the private chat.
He's not going to do that on this.
He said something like he's taking a 2-week vacay or something. It sounds like he's going on a cruise or something.
But I was going to tell him as well.
Do you know something? I think he looks very ill. I think
he
looks
said.
I don't
He
think
said
he looks well.
that.
But you guys heard that he said
gonna
yes,
prove
he
that.
observed curve. He's observed he can demonstrate gas without containment, and he's going to be able to observe. show us
Yeah.
up to that.
Yes, and we have
So
him
those
recorded.
three things. There's the receipts. You heard him.
Yeah, he's got receipts now. We've got receipts. But here's the thing, though, Flatzoid. One, he said that he can admit when he was wrong without actually admitting he was wrong. Did you notice that?
Yep.
And secondly, do you remember a few weeks ago when I said, like, when you're doing any observations and you're looking south, that you haven't got a way of establishing north? Do you remember when we had that conversation? He's got a big problem coming, and he doesn't think it because he's ignorant.
He's not able to think three-dimensional. And I've
he's
seen this.
also not able to think without assuming globe. Because what he's going to do is he's going to get a compass, right? He's going to line it up and he's going to say, right, it goes in that direction, right? And then he's going to assume globe, and then he's going to say, right, north must be there because he can't see it, so he's going to assume it and say it's in that direction, and he can't validate that. He's just going to claim it, and then we'll point it out and he'll deny it. But all the time, the direction of north is actually down the ground towards the center of the globe.
They forget antipodal. They forget that the globe's based on antipodal.
Correct. Antipodality is a problem for them when they're doing that observation. It's supposed to be down the floor through your feet, fucking idiot.
Well, why was he so, he did not want to talk about that missing day. That is a hot freaking button issue. I'm telling you right now.
But you know what's nice now, Soph? Because now if he does post that video saying, oh, you said this, we've got now 3 times you said this, and we got receipts of your other live streams where you said, well, I've changed my mind. People are allowed to change their minds, guys.
Of course.
And another thing is,
and how much he just lied on the stream now.
yes, exactly, because he exactly represents what
It's
we
all
have
right
said,
to be wrong.
and we
So
have
it
him
doesn't matter if we
recorded.
said something wrong at the time.
And he said as well that he has statements from other people, flat earthers, who claim that it will prove the globe Earth. But he exactly represented you. So I assume, that's my assumption now. I assume that he represented as well other people's claims.
Yeah, but you know what's funny? He thought he's going to be able to misrepresent me like he did with the invitation. And
yes.
No.
The problem is he wasn't expecting us to go and get his actual words he said, which then did not match the evidence he presented. He weren't expecting that, the little shit.
It was not even a representation, it was a lie. Let's be clear.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you think the lie? Do you think this big lie took a toll on him? Because
presentation can happen.
He didn't look well to me. He didn't look well.
But I have to say something. Doesn't this look like something very personal to him? Like he's kind of forced to do this.
Yeah. It's as if he's got a puppet up his ass, a hand up his ass, squeezing his arms, his lips and stuff to move.
Because now he needs to do another experiment.
Yeah.
I thought this was the final one.
Final one, it'll be called.
Okay, there's also the one thing why I just want to like kind of ask this kind of generally. You know, when they were supposedly at Union Glacier Station.
Mm-hmm.
The plane that they took, why didn't they just fly to Australia instead of Punta Arenas and prove it that way? They just went there and flew straight to Australia.
They can go from Australia, yeah.
Did you
from
see
that spot to Australia, and it should take maybe an hour longer than Punta Arenas.
And it would be cheaper. It would have been cheaper than the trip to Antarctica.
Yeah.
There's a problem though. The minute they got on an aeroplane, they proved a flat Earth. So,
did you see his face when I told him that he said that he finished flat Earth and now it's helping to finish flat Earth? Did you see his face?
Yeah, because the only thing really because it was Bro Sanchez, I killed flat Earth. I finished flat Earth. Now it's like
he really has got a load of pride in this thing, hasn't he?
Yeah, he definitely has.
And I have to point out
the only thing that you really did, Duffy, was you managed to get rid of Jaren. So for that, we thank you. But as far as proving globe, now you didn't do that, mate. But you can think so because you don't have to work at the really is level on your
Guys,
side.
we should really stick to the proper words.
But I have to
you
point
should say
out,
he didn't provide the evidence, not proof.
so guys, another thing that Pastor Will Duffy showed, not just it's bad enough that he teaches God says it's okay to deceive, he teaches now the Bible says it's okay to have this make destruction.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I'm shaking like I can't and if that guy is a snake. I mean, I couldn't it doesn't matter what you say or what you show and he has an agenda every time. He's just a snake. I don't trust him whatsoever.
Of course. And if he's going down the lines of destruction being like, oh, well, God said to destroy this or do this war or battle, that's because of judgment. That's because of people sinning judgment. So it's never a good thing. You know,
you come out totally against my idea of measurable convexity. But then later on says, oh, yeah, I did that. And I'll be showing that soon. And I'm like, well, what the fuck are you talking about? Why didn't you just say that in the first damn place? Why was you like, no, that's a straw man. Oh, that's a little jerky face fucker.
And he still hasn't addressed the false dichotomy. Still not.
Nope. He doesn't want to. He's on a mission. It doesn't matter.
He's not from God. He's not 100%.
On the face of it, what he's done is he's stood up to his people that don't agree with him, right? So he's been on Flatzoid show and he's defended his honor, right? Yeah, he came on with like 5 minutes, and how long was he here? Maybe 15 minutes max. And that's not really coming on, is it? All that's doing is showing your face, claiming victory, and then disappearing like the sucker punch in a pub. You walk into the pub, you punch the first guy you see and run off. That's basically all he's done there.
I wouldn't be surprised if McToon gives him, hey, listen, get on Flatzoid show. Tell him about the anapodial thing. Make sure you do that. And like he's getting notes and he's getting on here. That's exactly what he's doing. He's on a mission. Like just got to plug the confusion, plug the, keep the newbie globers.
It's literally the snake's adaptation. He's literally doing the playbook of the snake.
I don't respect him because respect is earned, never given. And in only one case, he would earn my respect when he would come clean and said, "Guys, look, I was involved in the project. That's what we did," and then I would respect him.
Yep, I agree. I was going to say, Roger Little, thank you for $2. He says, I'm going to church, boys. Oh, thank you for coming. Thank you for super chat. I appreciate it. And I got other two that I couldn't read out while we were busy with Duffy. I just want to read it quickly. It was also Roger Little. Don't run away. Will I come by and have a talk? Thank you for the super chat. Yeah, I think.
You
Don't
will
talk again, Roger. Just to
Just
let you
needs
know.
the opportunity, to show him to Samuel 11 when Scripture clearly says a flat Earth. I was just itching, to show him that. But I've
already had people. What can I say? Trying to rebut that before, saying, "Oh, it's just mistranslation."
It's not. It's not.
It's quite crazy. And Sandra for £2
try and rebut it as well.
Yeah. And Sandra for £2 says 100K to not end the argument. Lol. Thank you very much. You guys rock. I appreciate you.
The world is established. It's not moved.
I like it.
Well,
how did he get? Yeah, Sandra, I gave him the email. I sent him the link on email so he could come in. But I sent it to you too, Sandra. You're on the email list, man.
It's almost like they took this thing and cut a little slice and then mushed it back together. It's like if you take a globe and you try to spread it out flat, you'll have to split the damn thing. It'll have these little missing spots in it all
Exactly.
over the place.
That's why America on the globe map looks like a size of Africa. When you really check the size, millimeter square, it's much bigger.
You know what I also want to point out weird, guys? Notice the stream he just came on. How to fake TFE. That was the name of the stream. He came on, not trying to defend that it was faked, came on to try and say, I caught you in a lie, which he didn't.
Right.
But he presented it this way because he's a deceiver. And we all witnessed it.
That's right.
But that's exactly what he tried with me in the debate as well. Instead of actually on the topic, he goes and tries to character assassinate. And now this is what he tried to do now too. Exactly. Not trying to defend, okay, they didn't lie. What did he try and do? Oh, no, you guys are the liars. You. Okay, show when we lied.
Oh, I want to know who all these flat earthers are that he asked if there's a 24
we know. We know who it is. The Gerons, the Witsits, the David Weiss, the Karen B's.
The guy.
Does he even know what a pastor means? To be a shepherd to people?
But
He's the complete opposite. He is not a pastor.
No.
He's not leading anybody to Christ.
Wolf in sheep clothes.
Exactly.
That's exactly my point.
422, brother.
But that's why I said he should give us his pastoral cloak. He should not be a pastor anymore. He doesn't teach biblical scripture.
He operates on this level. He's a, let's say, thief. And someone is screaming that, I lost my wallet. And he is holding the one and screaming, catch the thief, catch the thief.
Look, it's one thing to be like this to us, but it's another thing to do that to God. He's literally being a false preacher using God's name. And God is very, very serious about that. The Bible's very serious about that.
Yeah, it says destruction will be swift.
Yeah.
For those who lead those astray.
It's better to tie a millstring around your neck and jump in the ocean.
That's right.
It was exactly related to the children. The one who touched the child, it's better that he put the stone or wheel, whatever it was called, to his neck. Yeah.
But yeah, he's really got a lot of splaining to do. That's all I can say.
Splaining.
Lucy.
He
was duff splaining.
He didn't even want to touch on that fucking 18th. He didn't want to talk about that shit at all.
I've seen his face as well. I was upsetting.
But that's soft. That's the funny thing. None of them want to. Nobody who you want to talk to. When you say the 18th, they just.
That's what Jaron went ape shit on me about too.
Mm-hmm.
What is so? Yeah.
Looks like we need to push them more on this 18th. That will be interesting.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But yeah, so he said they brought a celestial pole. He does know even the globe claim says there's no celestial pole. That's why they use Sigma Octantis, because it's the closest point to rotation. There is no celestial pole, even for the globe. So he doesn't even know his own model.
No. Well, that's what I
Doesn't
told
know
him.
one
He's
of
like,
many
I
models.
want to claim all this crap about the globe. You don't even know anything about the globe. You told us that when we tried to ask you shit about your globe. Well, I don't know that much about it. Well, then what the hell are you even debating?
Well, even his claim on the celestial pole will be a false dichotomy, just same as sun.
There again, looking at the sky. I always, come on now. Then what? As soon as I mentioned, no, show measurable convexity. That's what we're looking for, wouldn't it? Then what he had no choice. Once I said, would that be in the favor of the globe if you could show that, or would it be toward flat Earth? And he says, well, toward the globe. I says, well, there you go. Why are you so damn resistant? Then he says, oh, well, I did an experiment. I'll be putting that out soon. And I'm like, what? Oh, you just happened to, but you didn't mention it until after I pressed you into it, right? Come on.
Look what it says here. While there is a south celestial pole, it doesn't have a bright, easily visible star like Polaris in the north, meaning there's no readily identifiable south star because Earth's axis doesn't point near a particularly bright star in the southern hemisphere. So no south pole. The closest star is the south celestial pole, Sigma Octantis, like I said. It's very faint and hard to see with the naked eye, making it impractical as a navigation point. Weird, because I live in the south, so I sort of know this stuff by now.
I'm sure you said Southern Cross. I think you might have misspoke at the time.
No, I never said Southern Cross. I said Southern Celestial Pole. Yeah. Because I used the Southern Cross here for navigation if I had to use the stars. It's quite accurate. That and the moon's movement and using the flow of river. Because water doesn't run uphill.
No.
Only on the globe. Only on the globe.
Here's a weird thing too. There's only 2 rivers in the world that go from north or from south to north, and I live right next to one of them, the Shenandoah River, and which is it the Amazon or the Nile? One of the other 2. There's only 2 though. I know the Shenandoah. That's why it's really wild because people say, yeah, we got to go down to DC. Well, DC's north of us. But they say down. They always talk about going north as down, and that's a carryover from the river, going down current, going downstream.
Yeah, we always get told to, but if we're going down to London from the north, like we always get told that we're going up to London because it's the hierarchy of the cities, even though you're going down. It's double speak.
That's how it works on railway, yeah.
English language is very strange.
It's just the people telling us, not the language. The language is fine.
Well, I mean,
No, it's not. It's not
I
double
would say,
speak.
if I was traveling from Coventry to Scotland, I would say I'm going up to Scotland.
Now, on railway, up is to London.
Really?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Up lane's good to London and down lane's good up to Scotland.
I didn't know that.
That's true.
Weird.
And it is to do with Queen, like our King.
Right. No doubt.
Can't be having them peasants going down to London.
Duffy's a liar.
Without a doubt, he's not a bastard like
No, he's evil.
Yeah,
he's straight up evil. That dude is he's no more a Christian than a garden snake. He's no more Christian than a freaking garden snake.
I think a great observation to measure curve, Duffy, is go to the Suez Canal and try and measure a curve there.
I do think he looked very ill. I really think he looked ill.
Panama Canal, man. Sulak. Go to the Sulak.
He's going to use the measures angles.
You go to the locks and see how those work, man. Those are awesome. Yep. You go up to the Sault Ste. Marie in Michigan and watch those. You can, I think they got them in Erie as well. So it's not new technology. It's because water does not go uphill.
But even LIGO, they got water running along them. That water, that strait of water, is like a kilometer long. No
They
curve.
built the canal, so they
Right.
had data for which strait could then be measured from. That's why they built the canal.
Exactly.
Let's ignore that.
They do. They totally ignore that. Thank you, gifting membership, Jax. Really appreciate it, man. You rock. Appreciate it. Your support. Mm-hmm.
Scoop job.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
There's one thing another thing I wanted to say. Not one thing, but another thing. Hey, the constellation Orion.
Yeah.
It being visible all year round at the equator. That should be impossible.
Yeah, because you're facing the other direction.
Exactly.
Halfway in the air.
And because the constellation Orion is situated over the equator according to the globe model, we shouldn't see it 365 nights of the year. Right?
And we're hurtling through space, supposedly.
Supposedly, Earth is tilted, yeah? Supposedly. So, no, definitely, we shouldn't be able to see it.
Yeah. 108, like 6 months later, which you should not see it at all. Zero.
Yeah, because you're facing the opposite direction. But yet we do see it.
Yep.
But that's what I said. It's things like that that don't make sense on a globe. But when you present stuff like that, oh, no, you just don't understand. Refraction.
Refracting parallax. Where's my
Same
gravity?
when the news anchor was showing very far buildings.
Gravity.
And people shouldn't see it. What you see, it's Fata Morgana.
I just want to point out Moomin Rider. This is exactly why I asked that question. Sodom and Gomorrah, the Great Flood, both destruction. You know why those were destructions? People's sinful nature. They were warned.
Yeah.
For multiple
Was
years.
there. What is the punishment of sin? Death.
Yeah.
That was my point earlier, that you'll probably come back with something like that. But that's judgment. So it's not a good thing. The people weren't doing good things. So the destruction is the judgment, which is not a good thing.
Exactly. His whole persona is, I have to destroy flat Earth. I have a hate against flat Earth. It's evil. You know that he has a very big pride in his heart against flat Earth. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a hateful destruction against flat Earth. That is not godly.
No.
Sodom and Gomorrah and the Great Flood and everything was not God being, how can I put it, destruction out of hate and malice. It was because of their sin that they got judged. That was it.
Well,
and
it were deeper than that, though, isn't it? All flesh were corrupt. I don't think it were sin, because if you listen to Chuck Missler, he says if God flooded world because of sin, we all better get some life jackets.
Yeah, but that's the thing. God said he won't flood again.
No.
That's
No,
why
but- that was his
was-
point. He was saying it weren't so much sin why God flooded earth, it was because all flesh will corrupt.
Yeah, corrupted
Yeah, but corruption comes from sin. If you look at sin as a root, if someone carries on sinning, eventually they don't see it as a sin anymore. They see it as normal.
It's based on ego, right?
Yeah.
It was just justified punishment.
Yeah,
That was
exactly.
it. Because
And,
they were warned for many hundred years.
Yeah, and God will, by the way, guys, God will be destroying Earth with fire eventually.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
Yeah, I reckon they're testing that in where is it now? Was it San Diego, wherever? Did you notice that?
Yeah, San Diego's on fire now. Yeah, it was Los Angeles. Now it's spread down to San Diego.
Did you notice Tom
For
Hanks' house
Lahaina.
did not catch fire, but everything else around him did? And I'm wondering what measures did that guy take to avoid what was going on when everybody else's house got destroyed?
Probably blue roof, I would say so.
James
I've seen these videos and pictures of where like there's some bolts that were holding together something on a post of wood or something, and only around the bolts is there where there's fire.
Yeah,
The
microwave.
thing didn't burn and shit, and it's like microwave or some kind of thing.
Yeah,
Where-
there's so much boiling the metal, but it's not boiling the rest of the materials.
Yeah, direct energy weapon, high frequency.
Yeah, James Woods, wasn't it? The actor. It was only his was right there in the middle, wasn't it? And everything else round about gone.
This reminds me of Dr. Judy Woods. Have you ever come across her?
Of course, I
Yeah.
did. Yeah, I did.
She describes these high energy weaponry that the army had back in 9/11. Now, I don't agree with Judy Wood at all. I think she was a disinformation agent.
Yeah.
However, the technology seems to exist now because
Well,
it didn't exist
it's
then.
based on John Hutchinson and his
Yeah.
experiments, and that's very interesting. If you can find any of the videos, this guy actually fused together a wooden spoon and a block of aluminum, where this wooden spoon is embedded into the block of aluminum with no heat, no scorching, nothing, all with using electromagnetic frequencies. He got things to levitate. He would make shit that would appear to be like fire, but that it wasn't fire. It wasn't hot. It just looked like a flame. And the thing was really crazy because when he shut it off for a short period afterwards, the thing would still have the effect for a few minutes. And come back and the thing's like showing like there's a flame coming off of it, but it's not hot. It's really interesting. The Canadian government ended up raiding his house and taking all of his equipment and shit, though. He had
But it makes you wonder,
all this Navy surplus shit that he was using.
Protection
It makes you
against
wonder.
the. Okay, go on.
Like, I don't doubt that the military have got stuff that we're not allowed to know about, but I don't believe that the governments have. I believe that the military have got stuff that the governments don't know about. But now it seems that the government seem to know about it and are using it, because I don't believe that if all the houses around Tom Hanks are all on fire, but Tom Hanks didn't get his house burned, there must be something special about Tom Hanks. He must be, perhaps he's in the magic circle, maybe.
He started out with the man with one red shoe, and we know what the red shoes represent.
Exactly, and from what it's made.
Just saying, I think, yeah, he's high level. He's high level.
I remember.
The same.
Did you ever see Tom Hanks' prediction about Trump saying that there's no way Trump would get into office, and if he did, he would retire or something like that? And obviously, like when you watch it in hindsight, knowing that Trump did get in, you're obviously seeing a planted disinformation agent trying to get people to believe stuff. It's embarrassing, but it's obvious in hindsight.
You can see a lot of buildings burned to crisp, just to the ground, and you can see houses which they have blue roof, and they are protected. You can see blue plastic bins not touched in the middle of supposed fire, of fire. So they were not touched at all because blue color. But the best protection against the DEW, direct energy weapon, it's Pateron, and it's called as well Blue 072C, which is as well called, listen to this, laser lemon. That's the color. So those houses, like before in Lahaina, there's were as well all of those which they had blue color, they were not touched.
Wow,
Because you can see the experiment where the guys are using the laser and they are putting piece of paper, different colors, and in the middle blue. It's burning everything, but it's stopping on blue. And when they move further from the blue, it's burning again. That's what it is. If you observe the fence, for example, when you have steel nails in the fence, and the fence is made from wood, you can see the place of burn only the place where the steel nails were placed. That's it.
Yeah,
The rest of wood was not touched because it attacks. It attracts, it's just steel, metal, and so on. To burn car, you have to have to burn steel to burn steel. Sorry, liquidate steel. I can't remember. It's I think 2,400 degrees Celsius, but the fires never exceed 1,700. So how is possible they were melted? Because you can see they were melted seriously, and you can see the melted iron just liquidated and on the ground.
Yeah, Dal seems to be very quiet, guys. Last video was 5 months ago, and his last stream was 13 days ago. So Dal is like really off the map.
Even who was that? Biden. He misspoke. He spilled the beans. He said, "Oh, those houses didn't burn. They have a proper roof color." He said it.
Okay. So what's your guys' closing statements?
Duff is a liar. Completely.
Seriously, that guy is a snake, man. He's a snake.
100%.
And like I say, I really do think the big lie's taking its toll, because I've said it a few times. He looks ill. He doesn't look right to me. He looks weird.
Yeah.
He looks skinny, and just not right.
This thing blew up in their face, man. It did.
And he's
It
got
did
so
not have quite the effect they thought it was going to have. And I think they really relied on see, they believe their own bullshit. Oh, flurfers are stupid, blah, blah, blah. No, that's not the case at all. And I think they relied too heavily on this false sense of familiarity, that you're just going to go with a crowd because of a personality. And that's why these guys were specifically chosen. 100%. And I think this was set up for quite some time, probably around the same time as Behind the Curve came out.
Yeah, but like I said, I do believe that Duffy's doing this so he can make money, so he can pay off all his infringements.
Yeah, but how did you get a return out of that? Where does the return come from? That's what I'm trying to get. That's a hell of an investment.
Benefactors. Remember, he's got now benefactors that pay for things.
It doesn't really matter what his reason is, even if he's paying off debtors or whatever. It don't matter. What matters is, because like what you're doing there is appealing to his motive, right? And that's a fallacy in itself. Who cares why he's doing it? It just matters.
Sure. Okay, go on.
I was just saying, who cares? It just matters that he's doing it, regardless of the motive.
Mm-hmm.
I'm nearly sure he'll make a short clip that he was talking to you flat, and we'll upload it and say that you said it. And he will be just lying to his own people. That look, that's what he said. Even if the evidence on the video will show something different, but they believe him. Which is freaking stupid.
If people haven't figured out what he's about and what he is by now, that's they're never going to.
But you see, that's the thing with a lot of these people are seeing. They only play their side of this misrepresented story. They don't play the other person's side to their audience. It's always like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then the people are so one-sided and gullible, they just accept that what that person said is true. They won't even want to go to the other side to see what's the other person's argument.
Because it fits their narrative, their implemented perception of reality.
Yeah, but TFE backfired big time.
It didn't expect a lot of people will be looking so deeply into it.
I think failed as soon as it started.
I think TFE's backfired because its intention was to convert everyone into believing the globe. But what it's actually done is it's separated Jaren Austin and a few others into being traitors. And everybody realizes that whatever's gone on there, them two are not innocent. Them two are complicit. That's what it's actually done. It's exposed Jaren and Austin, and that's all it's done.
I mean, I'm going to stick by this. I still think Jaren was part of this plan a long time ago. It was he's out.
Yeah,
Whitsitt was dragged into this, and now Whitsitt stuck in this because of that.
At this point, even Globbers starts to questioning what happened there, because they start seeing the evidence and the people creating videos and exposing the stuff. So I was like, all right, something is not okay over here. Let's look into it.
Mm-hmm. But we didn't even touch Mark Sargent's video tonight. And that was what we were supposed to go through.
That's it. You're fired, Frats.
So Jonathan got hold of me. I did say tomorrow night or Monday. So we'll see which day he chooses for the discussion. It's going to be interesting. And then, So I want to say thank you, everybody, for coming. Really appreciate you. Appreciate the super chats. Please hit the likes and share the show. Really appreciate all of you. And let's keep Duffy to his word. He's going to show us a demonstration of gas pressure containment. He's going to show us measurements for curve, and he's going to show us an observation for Earth rotation.
No, he will tap dance and flip again.
What you want to do is clip out that bit that he said, where you'd said that if there was a south celestial rotation point or pole, or whatever it was, and then clip out
really bad
claim, and then show how he's alive.
Huh?
He's going to have to prove he's going to have containment, measurable convexity, and what else was it? Keith, you were roboting really bad.
Observation of Earth movement.
Oh yeah.
And I made it very specific. Observation of Earth movement. Just wait.
Yeah, he'll get maths. He'll come up. He'll come back with some maths. He'll come back with a Boltzmann formula or something like that.
That's not observation.
Yeah. That's what he'll do. Calculation is observation. That'll be the name of his video.
That's why it's very, very specific.
Math is reality.
You can play it at semantic games.
Oh my God.
But yeah, thanks all for coming. I appreciate you all. Thank you guys on the panel as well. It was great. And yeah, thank you, Duffy, for coming on and showing everybody once again that you are just deceptive. Nothing else.
Yes, he was like
Always bless everyone.
He was like a cherry on the top.
So yeah, see you guys tomorrow night. Many blessings. May the press with you.
Good night,
Bye-bye.
everyone.
Bye.
Crafted signs of the divine. I'm made for something true. In God's plan, my path renews. Flat Earth, made by Him, my journey.